Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Wipey Wipey Kali Yuga Detectives Tally Ho.
Wow, it's been such a long time since we did this. It feels like it's been an entire kalpa.
Yeah, it really does. Almost as if it has been. Alright. Did we view the new tips last time? I forgot. We did not. It hasn't.
What do you mean it hasn't been a while? You keep writing in real time?
Literally in real fucking time. I bet you didn't even remember that tip. You didn't even remember the name of this tip, did you?
Yeah, because the
little
has changed names since the last time they've read it. Because he's writing it in real time.
I see. Stop saying it's been a while. We've seen each other every day up until yesterday, haven't we?
Whatever. If you say so, we'll go with that.
Someone from Shion's house came to get me in a station wagon. I had initially refused, but Shion insisted, and so both my bicycle and I ended up stuffed in the car. Weird how this looks exactly like Ooishi's car. Does everybody in Hinamizawa drive the exact same car?
Well, they have to carpool.
Ooishi is everyone's uncle.
They have to carpool with Ooishi.
They have to carpool with Ooishi-sama.
Said car was currently driving across the single bumpy road leading to Hinamizawa. For goodness sake, Shion was at Mion's level at least, or maybe an even better actor. Okay, Ryukishi. Either way, no matter what questions I pressed her with, she'd slip out of them like an eel. What a coincidence, because I was playing 428 with my friends yesterday, and there was like a scam Tamagotchi where you have to take care of an eel. So what a coincidence. He really is writing it in real time.
It's the little Ryukishi inside your computer.
Still, you two look so alike. If you tied your hair back like Mion does, would you look exactly like her? Didn't he already ask this question?
Yes, but Ryukishi
I think it was Shion who asked it, but still.
Ryukishi loves repeating himself. He likes saying the same thing, but like in a slightly different way.
Yeah, like Tally Ho.
Tally Ho. We don't say it in a slightly different way, we just say it the same. Anyway, who knows?
Maybe you, buddy, but it's like Mandarin Chinese to me.
Okay.
The dialect makes all the difference.
Who knows? That's probably what would happen. We're identical twins, through and through. In the past, we could just change our clothes and no one would be the wiser. I remember
regional dialect?
I remember we'd swap places at every opportunity and fool a whole lot of people. I can't deal with this. With fucking twin mystery bullshit, god damn it! Anyway, the middle-aged driver wearing a black suit heaved a heavy sigh, like he were a butler. Oh, it's Genji. What's wrong, Kasai? That was a pretty deep sigh.
Excuse me.
That's Kasai, not KT.
I was just thinking that you haven't changed. What? Oh,
it's KT, oh my god!
It's Kasai.
I saw. Okay, I saw brown on the.
Okay, that's fair.
Thing.
Wow,
that's
I
HG's
can't
color.
believe it. Wallcroft just said all brown people look the same.
Oh my god. Getting started early, I see.
Excuse me. I was just thinking that you haven't changed.
You could see many years of hardship on the man's face through the rearview mirror, almost as if he was a character from a different visual novel. Anyway, Kei-chan, your house was around here, right? Kasai doesn't know much about Hinamizawa, aside from the road that goes to the Sonozaki main house. If you leave it to him, he'll take you all the way to Yogochi.
I don't want that. Excuse me, could you stop at the narrow road at the next right? I'll walk from there.
She stopped the car at the desired place. The driver, Kasai-san, got my bike out of the trunk for me.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much for showing me home today.
Oh!
Was it Kei-san? Your name, that is.
Not what I expected this guy to
Eh?
look like.
Yes.
You must be having various difficulties, but I believe she will grow tired soon. So please endure things until then.
He gave me a deep, deep look of sympathy. This guy has definitely been dealing with the Sonozaki sisters ever since they were little kids.
However, like Mion-san, she is a kind person at heart.
I'm just gonna press a big ol' X on that.
So that means she'll be as much of a bother as Mion, right?
The man's face froze in a smile, his reply lost. So yes. Hey, back me up here. Bye, Kei-chan. We'll see each other again soon. Say hi to my sister for me, too. Maybe I'll start going to Hinamizawa tomorrow? Oh, no!
Don't you dare. If you transferred in, I'll transfer out to a school in Okinomiya.
A life for a life.
Wow, that was really mean, Kei-chan. A short beep of the horn. The man gave me a little wave to me from the driver's seat. Then, the car withdrew into the dark night roads, leaving dust in its wake.
Batman roads?
What? Huh?
Dark Knight Roads!
Anyway, man, this entire day made no sense. You're telling me, Keiichi. I ran into Mion while I was with Shion, and the former's expression, like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun, had finally begun to make a strong impression on me.
H-E and his like euphemisms.
It took this long? It took this long?
Wasn't there a anecdote in Umineko about Kinzo shooting birds or something? I forgot. Anyway,
I think there is, yeah.
I guess that's probably a Higurashi reference then.
I'm about to take a shit like a pigeon shot with a
we
pellet
had to
gun.
take a shit so fast. God damn, that was a short
like
tip.
like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun.
I think that tip only took time because we kept talking during it.
Constantly had to figure out what voice to use. Please understand.
Fair enough. Weird that character gets a sprite right away. Oh, we're having the somewhat melancholic music, I see. The next day. It was a strange day, where Mion was desperate to regain her composure. Every time our eyes met, she would say that she had something to do, or that she had to use the washroom, and run off.
She heard the Higurashi.
Unable to just watch, Rena was taking care of her the entire time. And so we only had to talk to the goblin.
Okay, I can... Man, son, she's acting totally strange to A.
I know the whole story. It's hard to explain.
I know the whole story. No, you fucking don't.
He's read the script, bro. There are times when girls are emotionally unstable. It's best to just leave her alone.
Turning around, I saw Rena calling me from the hallway.
It might be that time of the month.
Oh my god. I wondered what it was.
Keiichi-kun, over here! Over here!
Yes, our favorite freak.
What is it? Calling me over like this? Is it a secret?
That is... It looks like it was a disaster.
Yeah.
Michan seemed pretty broken, but I somehow got her working again.
She just had to
I'm surprised you managed it. How did you exactly...
The same way I do with the television. Just come at it from a 45-degree angle and yeah!
Oh my god, I fucking called it.
Two base.
Recursive maintenance once again.
Why is me on television?
I don't... Because television rules the nation.
It's
Anyway.
actually because of Skibidi Toilet.
No,
But that's
Oh
a
my
minor
God.
spoiler.
Saying that, she made shopping motion. It's too early for this.
That's the motion I make at Wallcroft when he mentions skibbity toilets.
Mion is a cameraman, that's just a fact.
God.
What are you talking about?
Wallcroft, I'm gonna make you take the drug that makes you kill yourself. You
First
know,
deathbed of the fucking reading club.
you know I can't tell if you're joking or not, right?
She'll be fine by tomorrow. Also, there's something I want you to do, Keiichi-kun.
Hey, Tahate.
Hmm?
Who in the club do you think has the most skibbity riz?
Rena.
Stop!
Zero
Okay,
I
hesitation.
didn't mean to do anything wrong, but I still feel guilty. I'm listening.
Thanks. You see, Michan is just going to pretend like the last few days never happened.
Never happened, huh? I see. Well, that's one way to run from it.
So you see, Keiichi-kun, could you pretend too? Then Michan can go back to normal.
Doubt. Big doubt.
This is a terrible plan.
Just doing something as simple as that. Is it really going to be okay?
Please, until Michan gets her feelings in order, just go with it.
Okay. I got it.
Even though I shouldn't have been at fault, for some reason I felt guilty, almost as if I was at fault. The one at fault here was the one who knew about the entire situation and pretended to be Mion for an entire day. Shion.
I mean,
An
I
entire
don't think she
day.
ever
Keiichi,
pretended.
did you not realize what's happening yet?
Like, is there any situation where she actually pretended? Yeah.
I mean, she kind of did pretend at the end, I suppose.
No, look at fucking. Look at the next line.
But she never once said that she was Mion. But she did try to buy that doll that, like, she knew Mion wanted. Anyway, what am I supposed to be angry at? Seeing me stomping the ground impatiently, Rena giggled.
But Keiichi-kun, you knew as well that Michan had some cute things about her.
Rena talked in a calm voice as her hair rustled in the wind.
Yeah. I know that she'll never let it be boring.
Good.
Following this curt reply, Rena looked up at the sky and stretched.
As long as you realize that, Keiichi-kun, these past few days will soon be nothing more than a story to laugh about.
Yeah, I believe that.
Copying Rena, I also began to stretch as I looked at the sky. The clear sky towered into the distance. He loves talking
I read
about
that
the
as
sky
coping with
symbol.
Rena.
I mean, that's basically what's
I mean, that's what they're
happening.
doing.
There's no club activities or anything today. I'm sorry, Keiichi-kun, but it's just for today. Can you go home by yourself? It'll all be back to normal by tomorrow, so just for today. Okay?
It'll all be back to normal soon. It's okay. Everything's fine.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe the reason that they were after Keiichi in the first episode that hasn't happened yet is because he watches Skibbity Toilet, makes Skibbity Toilet references.
Is this gonna be the gag for the episode? God damn it. You've opened Pandora's box. This cannot be forgiven. I'm sending Ooishi-sama
I'm
after
innocent.
you.
It would have happened anyways.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, if all it took for everything to go back to normal was to leave Mion alone for today, then it was an easy decision to make.
It was an easy phantom
Got it.
attacks.
I can't say it directly to Mion, so I'll say it to you. I still feel kind of guilty about it, so I want to apologize.
No. The root of the problem was Keiichi-kun saying something insensitive, right? So if you learned anything from this, you need to look a bit into gaining a sense of delicacy.
Right. I'll try.
That was a weird sentence.
That was a bizarre sentence.
A sense of...
She did, like, drop monozygotic on us, like, that other time.
She did drop that on us like nothing. That
Rena's
day,
actually omniscient.
that day was the shortest day of my life. Rena was talking to Mion while accompanying her around the entire time. It looked like a really fun conversation, so I reflexively thought about joining in, but I had made a promise not to. It seemed that Mion was also trying her best to ignore me. So likewise, I did my best to ignore her. That seems like a healthy friendship. For the first time in a while, I ate lunch alone. Mion and Rena ate theirs by themselves. As I let out a sigh in my ashen mood, Rika-chan came over and patted me on the head.
Both Keiichi and me learned a whole lot.
I'd never say it like that. You made it sound like we were having romantic problems. I didn't like that one bit.
You two should get a room.
I mean, she's not wrong. This is the Mion chapter, so hopefully the teacher wouldn't notice and call us to the staff room after school or something.
That would be hilarious. I'm sure that Keiichi will grow up to be a wonderful adult. Pat, pat. Audible asterisk.
Rika-chan is the studious type, so maybe he'll grow up to be an amazingly wonderful adult?
Of course. When I grow up, I'll be super amazing.
Whoops. We got a goblin, by the way.
When I grow up, I'll be an amazing lady, you know.
Thank you.
I'm certain. No matter how old you get, you'll still be a brat. You can put money on it.
Rude.
What did you say?
As Satoko snapped her fingers, a washbin fell from above, hitting me squarely in the head.
Oh, she cast
I can't
summon wash bin on him.
She cast conjure wash basin.
Is this the Golden Witch Beatrice?
This is the real Golden Witch.
Oh my
she
god!
knows how to cast conjure wash basin.
Wow!
Is this her ult?
Yeah, she used her ult. She's the new Vermintide career.
She burned 5 meter for that.
What do you think you're doing, Satoko?
Bang! Smash! Pinch! Squeeze! What? It was a day I could thoroughly appreciate the value of having friends. Oh, I see. You got smashed on the head, and then he pinched her cheeks. I get it.
What did he squeeze then?
These are some very short sub-chapters.
Nah.
I'm getting concerned. I'm getting very concerned.
Man having romantic issues gets beaten up by children.
Made in Heaven is activating. The Kali Yuga is going to end even faster now.
Oh my god, no! We're moving on to the
Dimension of
next
Skibidi
Kalpa
Toilet
boys.
has sped up this timeline and accelerated its destruction.
We're speedrunning now.
The timeline no longer wants to exist thanks to Skibidi Toilet being mentioned. It's trying to
Yeah, it's
self-destruct.
It
destabilized.
definitely feels like we're speedrunning to the Watanagashi right now, which I'm excited about. Today was Saturday, so school ended in the blink of an eye. It really felt good to go home with the sun so high in the sky. On any other day, our club would have been up to mischief during our ample after-school time. But today, Rika-chan had a rehearsal for tomorrow's Watanagashi to go to.
Tomorrow's Watanagashi!
Tomorrow's
yo!
Watanagashi! Let's go!
Can you believe it, guys?
The Kalpa's gonna
Can you
happen.
believe it, guys?
Tomorrow.
Watanagashi,
so excited.
just in a week.
Just 24 hours away!
I'm so excited about this information. How's that going,
I can't-
Rika-chan? Do you have it down in practice?
I have a feeling based on the title of the chapter that something is going to go horribly wrong at the Watanagashi. Just a hunch.
What's the title
try-
of this chapter?
I'll try harder than last year. I'll also try harder than the last Kalpa.
You were so exhausted and sweaty after last year's ceremony.
This is not meta at all!
No, definitely not. Last year... This isn't suspicious even a little bit. You know what? Maybe I am starting to lean towards time loop, actually.
Oh, she'll look far more fit for the role this year. Please look forward to the fruits of her training.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to let you know that the gremlin is...
You gotta let me know my
Yeah,
lines
yeah.
are coming up, because I'm kind of
Because-
multitasking.
Yeah, Zog is multitasking a little bit. The Watanagashi
It's
festival
real.
everyone had been talking about was tomorrow, wasn't it? The festival being in June felt a little early to me, but the onset of summer came quickly this year, so it fit the image of a summer festival pretty well.
Okay, we'll be off then.
Goblin.
Gremlin.
Look forward to tomorrow. Good day to y'all. I'm eating. I can't take a goblin voice.
Sorry.
Oh my god! What happened? What happened
Okay.
to Sudoku?
It's fine.
Got replaced by an Australian alien.
Australian?
Australian?
Hmm?
Satoko and Rika-chan waved to us energetically, then left.
You call me an Aussie? That's cruel.
I was gonna say, what makes you think he's an Aussie?
What
Good
makes
day
you
to
think he's
you
an
all.
alien?
You know, I never asked. Where is the festival happening anyway? I don't remember there being anywhere around here that seems suited for hosting one.
They do it at the Furude Shrine. We went there for a walk one day, remember? It was that place with the really good view. Oh, right. I remember. There was a shrine all the way up on that hill, wasn't there? It seemed far too grand for Hinamizawa. There's a great meeting hall in the shrine, too. The older people get together there and sing karaoke, or practice calligraphy from time to time.
Those are two very different things.
I mean, that sounds like a fucking
Can do both
awesome
at the
place
same
to be,
time.
actually. It's more like a recreational facility than a simple shrine.
Do you practice calligraphy while singing karaoke?
I would,
Karaoke.
if I had the chance, maybe.
Karaoke. Calligraphy.
I know the entirety of Bad Apple by heart, so I can confirm.
Yeah, you
Oh
do.
lord.
Do you want a
I see.
demonstration?
I guess
No.
it makes sense that it looks so grand then.
Maybe you can demonstrate the next Kalpa.
Nagareteku toki no na... Anyway.
Mi-chan? Mi-chan, is your family going to help set up today?
Yep, we have male hands for that. Most of our relatives come from town to help. Also, I just realized... doesn't this imply that the whole lunch thing happened in this Kalpa?
I just had to go on for a walk.
Maybe not. But
Also, a while ago I posted a bad apple and you thought it was Library of Ruina reference. What's up with that?
male hands, huh? Well, I mean, I have nothing to do at home today, so...
Would it be a problem if I squirm my way in there to help out too?
Huh? You want to help us, Kei-chan?
Not if it'll bother you all. I was just kind of interested.
We had bone dances and other festivals in the town I used to live in, but I didn't even know where they took place, much less wanted to help. You could say that I had absolutely no connection to the region. You could say that! Why would you phrase it like that? Having come to Hinamizawa, though, it really made me feel like this place was a home that I had returned to. Why would you phrase it like that? Why would you
Eventually
say
we'll get-
that?
Eventually,
There's
we'll
like a
get
little
Keiichi's
chicken next to
tragic
Mion's
backstory.
arm in the rock.
Is Keiichi Satoshi? What is happening? Anyway, before I knew it, I harbored a little interest in the small community activity of preparing for a festival the day before.
I wonder if you'll be able to, Keiichi-kun. There's a lot of building tents and setting up chairs. I hear it's pretty hard physical labor.
I wouldn't be doing it alone, right? The more hands we have, the faster it'll go.
Mion looked happy to hear that, but at the same time, her expression was complex, tinged with hesitation.
The sprite did not reflect this.
Rena gave her the last push for me.
It's decided then. You should go for it, Keiichi-kun. He's all yours, Mi-chan. Put him through the ringer.
Well, I can't argue with the recommendation from Rena. Okay then, go home first, put on some work clothes, and come to the shrine. Oh, and you might want to bring a towel to wipe your sweat, too. And a baseball bat to beat me to death later.
Got it. I may look scrawny, but I actually quite like breaking the sweat under hot sun.
Careful
Okay,
you don't
Keiichi.
hurt your back, okay? Right, enough of my old man spiel. I'll go to the shrine too, as soon as I've changed, into my Shion outfit.
Mi-chan, you do your best too. Bye-bye.
Mion waved vigorously to us and left. As far as I could tell from her gallant, retreating figure, she seemed to have recovered from the weak state she had yesterday.
Girls are quick to get over things. Michan is already fine.
Why do I feel like you're lying?
That's the falsest statement I've ever heard in my life.
Rena would never lie to us. What are you talking about?
True.
This is
Usoda!
true. Alright. Her switching back to normal so cleanly makes it really easy for me to talk to her.
It was kind of funny though, wasn't it? Kind of like Cinderella. Like, you can't meet her anymore once the magic wears off.
Rena had begun to...
That's an oddly specific one.
That's an oddly specific reference, indeed. Lena began to giggle a fair bit in amusement. Did she like this sort of thing? Incidentally, me going along with it gave me a weird, hard-to-describe feeling. Did I turn myself into a plaything, or did they do it for me? Oh, we're going Hellraiser up in here. I see.
Oh my god.
You think it's so funny, then you should try pretending to be a different Brenna, too.
We just didn't see this in the last Kalpa. This is why everything went the way it did.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Keiichi-kun, what kind of Rena would you want to meet?
Oh, she's into roleplay. I see.
One with a bust size of at
Oh
least
my-
90. Huge knockers that you're okay with me touching.
He's so real for this. He's so real for this.
He has an adult woman fetish, whoa.
I can't do that!
She'd be great at cooking and making lunch and come to see me in the mornings.
I do that already.
But you don't have huge knockers.
Nor is she okay with him touching them.
I pull Rena's head into a tight grip, then start to pet it.
You're Rena Ryugu, right? Rena, not Reina. So you can just stay as Rena forever. Got it?
What an oddly specific name choice.
Thanks. Have fun setting up the festival.
GM, that's not a spoiler. They revealed that in... Anyway. The previous Kalpa.
There are no previous
You
Kalpas,
got it.
We know this.
Let's meet up tomorrow.
This is the first Kalpa that has ever happened.
I see. I got changed right away, and slinging a towel around my neck like Mion suggested, I set off for the shrine. And waiting there for me was the drug that makes you kill yourself.
The stairs.
Waiting there for me was a completely naked Tomitake.
Oh my god!
Oil up too.
Covered in yourself in oil. Wait for it
Oishi
to
was the
rain.
one who was oiled up, but he
Kill
still had
yourself.
clothes on.
At the shrine, there were more people than you'd imagine even live in Hinamizawa there. All cordoning off areas and setting up tent frameworks, chatting amongst themselves as they did so. Alright, where is Mion? The liveliness of the throng didn't make it easy to look for her. I searched around as if I already worked there, and suddenly, the principal called out to me.
If it isn't my Barakun. Interesting. Have you come to help with the Watanagashi setup? Hello. Yes, I was just wondering if there's anything I could help with. How commendable your attitude is. Feel free to sweat to your heart's content.
Spurred on by the principal, I came upon a group of people setting up tents.
Gross.
Who was the character in Umineko with this laugh? Was that Hideyoshi? I think it was.
I think so.
Anyway, spurred on by the principal, I came upon a group of people setting up tents. Oh, what's this? It's my Bana-chan! Did you come all this
Like,
way
is
to
about to
help
drop
us?
dead.
Oh, I'm having a heart attack! I hadn't found Mion yet, but I supposed I'd just get in her way if I ran into her.
The mention of Skibidi Toilet has actually cursed the world.
Everyone's
starts
dying
aging its
so
residents.
fast.
It's like a cancer spreading.
Also, it's
Yeah,
Cage.
I'm here to help. Just tell me where you need me.
You young ones have all the vitality. See, I was right. I wasn't even wrong. Here, grab some work gloves.
You young
Ever
ones have
level
all the
10
skibbity.
before? I don't know what a skibbity toilet is!
No, never.
Keiichi's about to be asked to do plumbing.
Delighting in teaching a new skill to someone younger, plenty of people happily taught me all sorts of things. Okay, kid. Go inside the tent and tie up just the cords for the top. After that, we'll stand it up and tie the rest of them. And then get me my heart medication. I feel another heart attack coming on. Oh.
Butterfly knots are okay, right? There and there.
All done? We're standing it up. 1, 2, 3! What was once nothing more than a collapsed tent was raised on 4 splendid legs before my eyes in mere moments. I don't remember tents ever being mentioned, so that's interesting. Whoa. Seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving. Come on, no time to stare and wonder. We've got a lot more to do. We packed the tents into the truck, so go get them from there. They're heavy, so take someone with you.
Nah, I'm good. I may look scrawny, but I'm actually pretty strong. Whoa!
They look light enough, but so I thought they were. But they're heavy.
What is this size supposed to mean?
I'm just... This story looks light enough, and so I thought it was, but it's actually heavy. Anyway, maybe I'm just seeing things, but I feel
That's
like
really deep, Ted.
I feel like I'm going insane every time I read a narration. That's why I told you to have someone help. Come on, said the man, lifting it up with a grunt and taking it away under his arm. Either I'm weak, or these old guys all have superhuman strength. Let's go! You're the youngest one here, so we're gonna make you sweat for it! Do your best! Beer after work is the best!
Beer is what gives them their strength.
I'm a minor.
Sweat.
They sent them
grips
to
my
heaven.
body. Yeah, that's what that screen transition means.
I think so. They bisected home.
I had been fully and completely absorbed in helping them.
Oh my god, it's Cell, it's Fusion.
Oh my
Absorbs.
god. I would never have thought the cold barley tea from the Women's Society could taste this delicious. Oh, this is Senior.
This is actual Senior.
You can't get much older than the last narration.
You're so young. Make sure you drink a lot.
Bro's on
Immediately
death's door.
proven wrong for my hubris.
Bro's on death's door.
130 years old. Oh my god.
Thank you.
It was then that I realized a crowd had formed near the shrine a ways off. What? Whoopsie. When I took a closer look, I saw a girl dressed in a shrine maiden garb, and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony together.
Is that Rika-chan? Hey, Rika-chan, do your best.
Do you best.
I'm guessing that's a typo.
It's
I
one of the
shouted.
typos that made it through, yeah.
Yeah. I shouted, and it seemed like she heard me. I might actually go report this one to the 07th devs, so hold on, let me just take a screenshot. There we go. Rika-chan.
He's reporting shit to the police.
Okay, Rika-chan positively exploding with vitality. Answered with a
Vitality? Vitality or small bombs?
Oh my god, we're back with the small fucking bombs, okay.
They've never left.
The older guys, wah! Whoa, I
You turn on auto.
The old guys
Did I
all
accidentally turn on
exploded
auto?
from small bombs.
The old guys were exploding left and right. The older guys with me watched Rika-chan as well, with distant gazes. Wait, why is it auto? I don't have it on auto. What? 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 Why is it on auto? Okay,
The
Senior,
call
we
was
need Senior now.
We need Senior.
Rika-sama is doing a great job. She seems far more used to this than she did last year.
The old lady who gave me the tea clasped what looked like prayer beads in her hands and said,
Rika-sama! We thank you. We thank you.
and just like that, began to respectfully pray to her. Huh? I just remember that they called it the Furude Shrine. Wasn't Rika-chan's full name Rika Furude? Wow,
Keiichi is extremely intelligent.
quick on the uptake there,
Ooh.
Keiichi. Nice job.
You have to remember when you said in the Yams that there's no way that Keiichi would be as stupid as he was in Onikakushi.
Okay, to be fair, he hasn't been. Like, he's still been
He has.
stupid. He's still been stupid, but, like, he's been slightly less stupid. Moderately.
I feel like
A
his
bit.
stupid moments have been stupider to compensate.
Yes. Anyway. The man standing next to me answered my question. That's right! Rika-chama's Furude clan is ancient and honorable, and has worshipped Ooishi-sama for generations! Oh! Huh. I'd always gotten the feeling she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family. After her father, who was the shrine priest, died the year before last... I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. She's really been doing her best to learn the rituals. I wish the priest could have been here to see how wonderfully she's grown up.
What? Rika-chan's father passed away?
Oh, it's nothing important.
Okay, break time is over. Nothing to see here. Let's get the chairs we're not using back to the gym in Okinawa. Maki-san, pull the truck around here and take a few people with you. Alright, Maibara-kun, let's get to work on one last job.
That's such a death flag.
One last job before retirement?
One last job before retirement. This no-named man is gonna die. He's gonna be the Watanagashi victim this year.
Yeah. You're gonna make me do more work? Huh? I can't tell if they know I'm a minor or not, but the older men all cheer me on, encouraging me to do my best and that the beer will be great.
They know. They definitely know.
Oh my god.
Kei-chan, working hard, I see. I passed by Mion. She was drinking. Underage. She was carrying a big
I
cardboard
don't know
box.
if she's underage.
It looked like she was right in the middle of working as well.
The box was full of alcohol.
Probably. Judging by the sweat seeping into her shirt, it seemed I wasn't the only one with his hands full.
Yeah, I'm working my ass off. You work hard too, the beer's gonna be great.
But that was the whole line. Okay. We were worked to the bone until the sun began to set and it started cooling off.
We did it!
Yay!
We're back to the bone.
Ooh, I think this is new.
Ah, yes, sunset, also known as night.
Sunset is not night.
It was soon full-fledged night, and the clear sound of the Higurashi eased the moderate pain I felt. Alright, everybody take a shit.
Ryukishi was just like real time writing that in.
The older guys began their night before drinking party at a tent a fair bit off, causing quite a ruckus. The shrine grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road, tickled by the cool evening breeze, despite being so festive just a little while ago. The wind felt good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. I gave my legs a good stretch as I let my mind wander, and suddenly, a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust before me. That ain't tea, brah. Kei-chan, great work. Here's some tea
Could it
for
be
you.
the drug that makes you kill yourself? You're so
Tea that
considerate.
makes you intoxicated.
Thanks, me.
Her voice sounded exactly the same, but it felt somehow different.
Wait, you're...
Hey, it's Shion. Don't go giving Mion all the credit. She isn't considerate at all. Don't get us confused, okay?
Mion, you little... Now that I caught you, you're not getting away.
You gotta suplex her.
It was your mistake, Kei-chan. I never said I was anyone other than Shion Star.
I guess I can't really argue with that.
No, he could argue. She said she was Shion without the star previously.
Oh, true.
So clearly this is a fake.
Yeah,
Clearly
this
this is
is-
Mion disguised as Shion Star.
No, this is Oyashiro-sama.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, Shion-sama.
Wait, no, wait, sorry. I need to do a voice for this. That's right. You're no match for my older sister, so I can't let you be a match for me, either. Anyway, your tea. It's going to get warm.
Why is she
would
Michael
like my
Jackson?
tea warm. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Come on, please cheer up. I'm trying to make a Michael Jackson impression here. I'm trying to make it up to you with this tea.
With this tea.
Well, she did come all the way up here to give it to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and downed it in one gulp. And suddenly, I heard a
A needle
loud
was in the
shout.
garlic tea.
I heard a loud shout and it got stuck in my throat.
Like a needle.
Which one is it this time? Is it the real Mion?
Shion? Why are you hanging out with Kei-chan again? Because unlike you, I'm very considerate. Kei-chan was so sweaty, I couldn't leave him alone, so I brought him some tea.
I know they're supposed to be indistinguishable if they just match the other's hairstyle, but I feel like you look down a bit and you find a very clear difference.
Probably. By the way, are you holding 2 cups of tea? Neon's face went bright red, and she tried to hide the paper cups behind her back. Well, this is... There's no way you, such a rough, timid, good sister of mine, would ever briskly bring a male classmate tea, is there? So what are they? What are those 2 cups of tea? These are... well, right. I was just so thirsty, I figured I'd drink 2! That's so like you. Come on, chug, chug!
Oh my god.
As Shion cheered at her, Mion downed both the cups of tea, one after the other. Ugh. What a fabulous drink that was. I expected nothing less from you. Kei-chan, you give her a hand too. Wait. Suddenly this situation has gotten unbelievable. Has it? Has it really?
I believe it.
Mion doesn't usually get manipulated so easily like that. I've known for a while now, but Shion is terrifying. I'm sure that won't come up again.
Never. Never ever.
Mion, you can't hold your own against Shion?
I
He
hate
just was
her!
told about delicacy.
And lately, I hate her even more!
He was just told about being delicate.
Just then, I heard the snap of a camera shutter.
Oh, here he
Yep,
is!
that's going in my cringe compilation.
It's Aya from Toho.
Yeah! Yeah! Let's go!
Mr. 5 foot neck
Okay,
himself.
okay, who wants these 2? Let's figure this out.
I'll take the
hoping we
woman
get more
again.
Neo dialogue. Oh no, they're gonna
Alright.
be smoker voice again.
Do you want to be Towatake, Tej?
Sure, I can be Tej Matake. Good evening. The festival is coming up tomorrow. I need to try and figure out my voice for this. Thanks for all your hard work setting it up today.
Good evening. Oh, Shion-chan. It's quite unusual for you to come here.
Don't strain yourself,
Really?
Jesus! It's fine. Oh hey, it's Tomatake and Takano-san. Good evening. It's been a while, hasn't it? So you're that transfer student I've been hearing about. Geiichi Maebara-kun, right? You did a really bang-up job today. I'm impressed. I feel like I've seen this photographer guy before.
In the previous Kalpa,
In the
yes.
previous Kalpa, indeed.
Have we met before?
I'm glad you remembered. We passed many times on the road, Geiichi-kun. I'm Tomatake. I'm a freelancing photographer from Tokyo.
And do you recognize me?
I'm sorry, but I don't.
She's Mio Takano-san. Do you remember when you were at the doctor's office when you still had a cold, Kei-chan? Mio-san is one of the nurses who works there.
Call me Takano. I'm pleased to meet you. Tell me, when you're coming in for treatment, I'll prepare a huge needle with a drug full of pictures for you.
I'm glad she had. I'm glad we have her name now, so she's not just a woman.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Tomatake-san seemed to be quite entertained at the Sonozaki twins being in the same place, and he took picture after picture. You know, it's funny, I was telling Wallcroft just before we started that I really hope we get more Mio dialogue this time. And now here we are. Nice. I've heard about them, but this is the first time I've actually seen a pair of identical twins. You really do look
This is going like
exactly
cringe
alike.
compilation.
Indeed. We're not just alike on the outside.
Oh,
See? Our underwear matches too. This is a
See?
grown man.
I like see, like she's actually showing him.
Yeah! You idiot! What the heck are you doing?
She's freaky.
Things have never been as lively as when the two of them are together. I thought they were exactly the same at first, but I've started to get a handle on which one is which. I haven't.
That means he's gonna be wrong about this soon.
He's allowed to be right sometimes.
Mion is Mion, and Shion, well, she seems a far better actor
I mean, if he-
than Mion was.
If he said the sky was blue, it's gonna turn green to fucking spite him. I mean,
True. In the first place, somebody that could spurn Mion so easily wouldn't have shown such weakness to those lard buckets at Angel Mort. Also, just to be clear, if we still want to say that Mion and Shion are not the same person, we have to now assume that Mio and Tomatake are fake as well.
what?
So
I don't even understand what you're saying anymore.
no, okay. When we got to the last chapter, of last session, I was like, okay, honestly, I don't trust this until somebody else sees it, because Keiichi has been so wildly unreliable that I could suspect him just seeing things. But now,
okay, gotcha.
now for that to be the case, we'd have to assume that Tomatake and Mio are also being imagined in Keiichi's head. Which could
Which
still be
means also
possible, but...
That Ooishi is enabling Keiichi's Tomatake delusions.
Keiichi's incredibly schizo-pilled.
Indeed. In the first place, somebody that could spurn Mion so easily wouldn't have shown such weakness to those lard buckets at Angel Mort. If that was the case, then that cowardly behavior from that day was all... It was all a complete act.
They were even more alike when they were little. I heard even their parents had a hard time telling which was which.
Awfully familiar. That's really easy to imagine. I totally understand what they must have gone through.
What do you mean?
Takano gave me a kind of an odd look, but explaining would have been a pain, so I didn't bother. Tomatake, are you going straight back to Tokyo after you get your pictures of the festival? Yep, though I would rather just stay here forever. Silly adult things, that's all. I hope your photos win a fabulous prize soon. I've been praying for it. Thanks! Next time I come, I'll bring the pictures I took of you all today. Next time. Sure, buddy. You keep telling yourself that.
My Barakun, you did a lot of work today. You must be tired from all the physical labor you're not used to.
Huh? No, I'm tired, but it was still plenty fun. Pretty fun.
Ah, youth. I'm so jealous.
Back when I didn't smoke 500 cigarettes a day.
She's actually only 20, but she smoked so many cigarettes that her voice just sounds like that. Takano-san smiled with an adult elegance that no one in my circle of friends.
He's actually 15 years old. She can move.
See, adult woman fetish. There you go.
Yeah.
She's actually younger than Keiichi, but she just smoked that many cigarettes.
They're actually younger than Satoko, too.
Oh my god.
She's actually a negative amount of years old.
She
Jay-Z
her
hasn't
year-
been born yet.
She was actually born in the previous Kalpa. so it kind of like rolls over.
Yeah.
Anyway, the wind caught her hair. She gives off an intelligent beauty. I'm sure that will never come up again.
He's really glazing Takano, which base.
What?
No. Why? Hello, everyone.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Sakata's immediately picking up.
It seemed like our merry crowd was standing out. This time, an overweight older man addressed us. Our kind of
Oi,
music
oi,
just
oi.
immediately stopped. And again...
I'm not that overweight.
Shut the fuck up, Ooishi! I'm gonna make you take the drug that makes you kill yourself. And again, it was someone that
You
I
have
thought
a
I
drug
knew.
that makes you kill yourself?
I sure do.
I told
Excellent.
you.
We'll put that in the evidence file.
If I recall correctly, he's a policeman, isn't he?
Both of them are at the Watanagashi oiled up. It was all predicted.
So, is
Oh,
Tomatake...
Poker.
Go ahead.
Oh, Ooishi-san. Good evening. Doing a preliminary security inspection for tomorrow.
So, is Tomatake or Ooishi going to be oiled up? Let's just be clear here.
Both. But
Oh, okay.
Oishi will have clothes on and Tomitake will not.
Okay.
Something like that. Oh, if there's a Tomatake-kun, and oiled up, too. It's certainly been a while since we oiled up together.
Yeah, I got the mental image for
I
a second.
can't believe that's
of
the actual
Ooishi.
line.
I just want to let everyone know that I had the mental image for a second of Ooishi wearing a mankini, and I don't like it.
I thought you
there's
But
a
the last
I thought you'd be into it.
literally just
I'm
said
pretty
it has not been a while.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
did
sure
this
has not been
yesterday.
a while.
I'm pretty sure there's a swimsuit sprite for Oishi, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm honored you remembered my name.
You really do love Hinamizawa, don't you? The apartments around here are far cheaper than the ones in Tokyo. You should just move here and get it over with. I know a realtor I can introduce you to.
I appreciate the thought. I'd very much like to follow up on that.
Alright, everyone. Have a good new year. And Happy New Year to the Sonozaki twins, too.
Isn't it the middle of
Yeah,
summer?
it's June. Happy New Year, Detective Ooishi. We appreciate your work. We'd like to end this year's festival with the least amount of inconvenience possible.
That's pretty strict on me.
Detective Ooishi left us with a low laugh, and headed off to talk to some police officers standing a ways away. I gave Mion a glance, and I saw her making an annoyed face, as if she were glaring bullets at someone she hated. As if!
Yeah, it'd be nice if the police didn't have anything to do during Watanagashi this year.
Oh hey, are they gonna just talk about it? This whole thing that Keiichi thought was being hidden from him. Are they just gonna talk about it right now? Cool. You like this place too, don't you?
Oh, you mean to say you dislike it, Jiro-san? I quite enjoy such fantastic stories, you know. Especially at the times being so dry and uninteresting.
The Curse of Ooishi-sama, you mean? Yeah! Anyway, curse. Tomatake-san used a troubling word. Then,
He cursed.
suddenly, someone tugged on my arm. Kei-chan, I'm pretty hungry. Want to go to the tent with drinks and have some candy and sweets? Never mind, we got blue-balled.
I'm up for that. I got a little hungry as well.
Okay,
Calculated.
let's go.
Extremely calculated.
This isn't suspicious at all. Good job, Mion. A moment later, Shion said something to Takano and Tomatake that stung my ears and gave me a start. I wonder who will die and who will disappear this year. I'd pulled back from Mion's grip and stopped abruptly.
Shion, what did she just say?
It felt like the air around us dried out all of a sudden. Let's go, Kei-chan. They're talking about something silly anyway.
She's not doing a really
Oh,
good job
Shion's not
now.
letting this go. Ooh. Ooh. You still haven't told Kei-chan? I make it a point not to spread stories like that. Shion's cold and quiet tone, and Mion's harsh voice were quite the contrast. I did not sell that well. I'm gonna try to do that next time they speak.
Hey, wait, hold on. What are you talking about? If you know something, then tell me. It doesn't feel right being the only one left out, you know?
I don't understand this. Someone explain it to me. However, Mion didn't seem to be at all willing to grant my request.
Not meta line at all.
Indeed. She squeezed my hand in hers a bit, but when she realized that I would hold my ground on this topic, she let go. I'm gonna go to the drinking tent first then. If you don't come soon, Kei-chan, there won't be any left for you.
Ah, I get it already. I'll be there soon.
Mion left, trotting towards a particularly noisy tent on the other side of the shrine grounds. Before she got there, she stopped and turned back around. I showed no signs of going after her, though, so she ran off. I could tell you if you haven't heard, I suppose. But it might be smarter not to ask and go with her to eat dessert. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go, play. You've already got my full attention here. I'm not going to leave without asking at this point. I think Kei-chan has the right to hear this too. My sister was just stealing that from you. Shion's voice was bristling with thorns, as if somehow blaming Mion.
As if.
As if.
What on earth are you talking about? I don't really like people acting so self-important.
Takano-san, realizing how prepared I was, looked across the group. After confirming that there were no objections, she opened her mouth.
Do you believe in curses, my Barakun?
Curses? I think they're interesting, but I don't really...
I felt their cynical stares, and winced. It was like they were telling me it was stranger not to believe in curses. You're not wrong, Kei-chan. Curses are just superstition. It's only natural that you wouldn't believe in them. Stop fucking saying it's only natural. Please. I'm begging you.
Besides, you can take all the time you need to decide whether to believe in curses after you've heard us through.
Said Takano-san, giving a little smile. They're trying to scare me. At least, that's what it feels like. Alright, I'll start. Keiichi-kun, do you know about the Hinamizawa Dam project? Oh, yeah. The other day at Angel Mart, Shion, or Mion rather, told me all about it.
You mean the plan for the giant dam that would flood all of Hinamizawa, right?
That's right. Residents of the town banded together to fight it, and a fierce battle with the government unfolded. I've heard that too. The entire village united, using all the power at their disposal, mass media, political influence, and other things, and fought the country. The way Mion described it made it sound like a boast. Oh, so you know quite a bit about it. Yes, you're right. It's practically an epic tale. How just 1,000 or so villagers banded together and rejected the government's plans.
Oh man, he had to clear his throat.
You're not a big fan of the government.
Yeah, my
He had to
throat's a
clear his
little
throat there. I
itchy,
wonder if there's
I have to say.
I wonder if there was a needle stuck in it. Yeah.
Did you hear this from my sister? She likes those kinds of epics, you know.
Yeah, she told me.
There was, however, an office for the Hinamizawa residents' opposition faction. It was this shrine.
You know, the assembly hall. That's where it used to be. Now that the whole thing is over, the senior citizens just use it for group activities. At the time, though, it was their last bastion.
I wonder
Like
if
the
they,
hit video game.
what if they play mahjong there?
Caligari. Maybe.
Takano-san explained this, pointing a finger towards the assembly hall. I had been carrying things in and out of there all day. I mean, I would understand if they put an office like that in the mayor's house or something. But having an office on shrine grounds kind of made it feel like a base camp for Sengoku period warriors. That was basically the mindset, though. Placing the main force in the shrine dedicated to Ooishi-sama, Hinamizawa's guardian deity, was like a prayer for victory. Ooishi-sama. That was definitely it. They mentioned Ooishi-sama's curse before. Is it the same Ooishi-sama?
No, it's this Ooishi-sama from downtown, actually.
Yeah, it's the one from Okinomiya. Do you know about Ooishi-sama, Geiichi-kun? It's the name of the god worshipped at the shrine. It's said that he protects all of Hinamizawa. He? Interesting.
He's not a girl?
Well, I don't really know much about him.
I see. I think Takano-san knows more about the rest. Tag, you're it. Tag team.
Well, that is generally the whole story. Oyashiro-sama is the ancient god passed down in Hinamizawa, and the villagers say he has been protecting the sanctuary from the poisons of the outside world, like 5G.
Indeed. What if Oyashiro-sama is just like a giant Faraday cage? Anyway, so essentially, he's a basic, standard guardian deity. I guess you can find that sort of god anywhere you go.
There's research into whether worshipping Oyashiro-sama is a manifestation of a kind of elitism, too. What I mean is that the worshippers might think of themselves as chosen people.
Oh boy.
Believing yourself chosen, a nationalistic belief that you are part of a superior race, or that you're a special clan chosen by the gods. They believe that they're a superior clan, so they believe strongly in cooperating with others, but also end up being exclusionary towards other clans. I won't go into too much detail, but it's the sort of national and religious ideas that lead to war. Of course, that goes for Japan, too.
Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the people of Hinamizawa strongly believed themselves different from humans, that they were above them.
What if Oyashiro-sama is the Force from Star Wars?
Good point. They believed that interaction with the lower world would sully their souls. So everyone believed that if one from the lower world came to the village, they would be sullied and suffer the wrath of Oyashiro-sama. Apparently, that kept everyone away.
Villagers that hate outsiders come up all the time in mystery novels. Okay.
Good one.
This is definitely not breaking the fourth wall.
Why would it be?
This was once a classic example of a xenophobic village. Well, they'll deny it to preserve their pride. It was all a long time ago, after all. Things are different now. Shion followed up quickly, having sensed the thorns in Tomitake-san's words. Tomitake-san, embarrassed at what he said, scratched his head. So this shrine worships Ooishi-sama, thinks of Hinamizawa as holy ground, and is a symbol of their traditional hatred of the outside world.
I get it. So that's why they chose the shrine of Hinamizawa's guardian spirit as their base of operations. To resist the solid dam construction project that came from the outside.
I think that's supposed to be
Correct.
Takano's.
Correct.
Smile, Takano, pleased. She must dislike stupid people.
How do you get that? This is
She
actually
hates your ass, Keiichi.
Yeah, she's gonna kill you. She's gonna fucking kill you. Anyway.
Twitter is the one. Hinamizawa is the one place where well-articulated sentences still get misinterpreted.
She's gonna give you the needle, Keiichi.
Yeah, Keiichi hates waffles.
Keiichi be like, man, I love Okinomiya. So you hate Hinamizawa?
Like, no, bitch, that's a whole new sentence. What the hell are you talking about?
Superstition, every last bit of it. The villagers gave everything, desperate to oppose the dam construction. And right in the midst of it, the incident drove home the finishing blow. That incident. No, it is the incident, never mind. Oyashiro-sama's curse. The person managing the construction site of the Hinamizawa Dam was murdered. 4 years ago, I believe. It took the newspapers by storm. Do you remember it?
No, not really.
He had a fight with his subordinate and was beaten to death with a pickaxe. His limbs and head were torn off, and the remains disposed of.
Oh, take note, it was a pickaxe. He was Minecrafting.
Play my craft. I'm not doing this gag. One of those
Do it.
dismemberment homicides. No. They were all the rage at one point. All the rage?
Oh, man. I remember the good old days of dismemberment homicides.
I remember when everyone was fucking dismembering each other all the time. Oh, man, these whippersnappers don't know how bad they have it.
How good it was.
Such a gruesome incident. But it was just that, an incident. A person caused the incident, after all. Should they really put it down to the curse?
Then, the following year, the man who had organized Hinamizawa's group of dam proponents, he fell from a cliff on vacation and died. Apparently, it was an accident.
He died? Wow. Of course, most of Hinamizawa was hostile towards him. The police were all over the case as if it were a homicide, but in the end, it was judged to have been an accident. Now it's an accident. This is the most curse-like one, but it's still far-fetched.
Sorry, my throat.
It's fine.
That's what happens when you smoke 500 cigarettes.
Yeah, but you don't have to do the smoker voice, you know.
And then, on the next year, it was unrelated. This time, the priest of this shrine contracted an unknown illness, instant death disease, and suddenly died.
What? They knew the illness was instant death disease?
Yes.
She's a nurse. She would know.
She knows
Of course.
She like takes, she like took out a
She's like-
stethoscope and put it next to the body. I was like, "Yep, that's instant death disease."
I was gonna say, she just like sticks like a thermometer in his mouth, and it's like, yep, that's instant death disease.
She passed her medical exams.
This may sound a little rude, but the old priest was kind of a wait-and-see type. The whole village was in an uproar about the dam, but he just kind of didn't seem to want to bother. The shrine was the symbol of the opposition movement, and its priest, well, his attitude worked against him. The villagers at the time had hoped for a leader, but their hopes were betrayed. Some people were apparently pretty angry, too. So at the time, all the older people were like, "This is Ooishi-sama's curse." That's what they said. It did seem like every year, dam-related people the village had resentment towards were dying. It was pretty creepy. Oh, and also, it's interesting. All of these incidents and accidents always happen on the night of the Watanagashi festival.
What?
Nani? See? Starting to sound like a curse now, isn't it?
Then, the year after that, in other words, last year, the sister-in-law of the man who was the leader of the dam proponents, the one who accidentally died, was discovered dead, having been beaten to death. I feel like this is an intentionally roundabout way of saying Satoko's aunt. Because
I mean, to be fair, they're not really using Satoko as a reference point here.
I know, but
it's just like, yeah, the guy who was the leader, he had a fucking brother, and the woman that his brother was married to was the one who died this year. It's
the
like,
leader's half-cousin, stepson's uncle.
I already did the family tree sorting. That's Satoko's aunt, okay? Anyway. At least I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Of course, they caught that criminal.
See? Really seems like a curse, huh?
4 years in a row. Each one of the incidents and accidents were relatively commonplace. But every single one of them happening on the night of the festival worshipping Ooishi-sama? That's not normal.
What kind of...
I like
commonplace pickaxe murder.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They were all the rage back in the day.
Back in the previous Kalpa.
They just came from a different era, guys. You gotta understand.
The old folks
the
have been blindly
80s.
accepting Ooishi-sama's curse because of the incidents these past few years. Even younger people, too. At first they thought it was stupid, but now nobody makes fun of it. Yeah, I can see where she's coming from. Even me. Even if I didn't think there was a curse at all, thinking about all the incidents makes me feel like maybe it's real? He was so hell-bent last chapter that it couldn't possibly be a curse until the very end. And I was just like, huh, maybe it is a curse.
You understand, it's a new Kalpa.
True.
Well, he already read the script here,
This
so...
Keiichi got an extra chromosome when he was born
Yeah,
instead of
he
like
knows
5.
Now.
Jesus Christ.
For example, just look at the preparations for the festival you were doing today. Everything might have gone crazy during the battle against the dam, but just a few years ago, the Watanagashi festival was never this well attended. Well, I guess you're right. If we didn't have Ooishi-sama to talk about, we wouldn't all be coming to a festival like this, huh? There's a lot of people who say that infidels might be punished, so they really need to go to Ooishi-sama's festival.
I can't
She
believe
nodded,
it.
as if she were mocking herself.
Clearly, Rika's doing this for more people to see her festival preparations.
I think Ryukishi's new favorite pair of words for this chapter is "as if."
It's almost as if that's a really common phrase to use in metaphors.
Okay, but like he's been using it a lot, and I don't think it's not even in metaphors though. It's just like
I don't know what
as
you're
if she
talking about.
hated that person.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tej is just like, it's like he's saying as if a lot. This must be conspiracy.
It's just.
Listen, I've read meta
Ryukishi's
stories
catchphrase.
before. I'm looking out for stuff.
It's just Ryukishi's catchphrase. You know, like Keiichi has tally ho, Ryukishi has as if.
Oh, and then Yandere Dev has else if. I see. So how about now, Keiichi-kun? You're starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, Yandere Dev is never going to release the game. So
That else if joke is really high tier, kudos.
Thanks.
It really is.
So
It
how
was
about
a good transition.
So how about now, Keiichi-kun? You're starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, the curse is real, aren't you?
That'll be the best joke of the video.
And now it's gonna get one-upped immediately. I mean, you can't just laugh off people related to the dam construction project all dying like that. If even I feel like this now, then the more superstitious members of the village must feel stronger than that.
Well, I mean, I still don't really think there's a curse. I can understand those that believe there is, though.
Wow, Kei-chan, you can really keep a cool head about this. Shion grinned, realizing I'd rejected the curse.
If it's neither a curse nor a coinky-dink, then what should we make of these incidents?
Takano-san said, smiling playfully, as if posing a riddle. What do you mean, as if posing a riddle?
As if.
I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby. That's the Riddler! Wait, no!
That's
It's a Riddler! Neither a curse nor a coincidence.
Who's Two-Face then?
But every year...
The Joker.
Oh, what? No, it's the
Someone
Sonozakis.
dies.
It's the Sonozakis, they're Two-Face.
What should we make of
That is
that,
true.
then? Tomatake-san, catching on to the fact that I had no idea what to make of it, opened his mouth and came to my aid.
See your line.
Oh, right, sorry. I forgot I'm voicing Tomatake for a second. Takano-san is suggesting that it might be the work of real people.
I just thought that Oyashiro-sama was voicing Tomatake.
Simple process of elimination would have gotten me there. I was a little taken aback at not having realized the answer immediately.
He is dumber this chapter.
Okay, but like,
That's what I've been saying.
listen, I'm saying that he's a little bit less dumb. It's just that his dumb moments are really dumb.
Well, think about it. If it's neither a curse nor a coinky-dink, then people must be willingly carrying it out. It's the only explanation, right?
Takano-san pressed on. I smiled bitterly in spite of myself. Here I was, just a few minutes ago, thinking the very concept of a curse was completely absurd. When she suggested it was someone's doing, I ended up thinking there wasn't any way it could be a person.
Just a contrarian.
But Takano-san
He really
was
is.
right. It was either a curse or it was a person's doing. If unrealistic things like curses didn't exist, then the obvious next step would be to start thinking it was real people behind it. Wow! You're so smart.
Master Detective, Casey.
But if that was the case... I glanced at Shion. If the culprit is a person, then they'd have to be someone from Hinamizawa. That's what the police officer, Ooishi-san, thinks right now, too. Interesting that... Anyway.
Hey, wait. That can't be.
I thought I now knew the reason Mion didn't want to talk about this. If Oyashiro-sama's curse really existed, then that's fine. It would be divine judgment for the dam project business. However, if Oyashiro-sama's curse didn't exist, which it obviously didn't, then the culprit would most likely be someone from Hinamizawa. The villagers had worked desperately to oppose the dam construction project. I knew they had used all sorts of methods to fight against it. If one of those methods was, maybe... People whisper that Oyashiro-sama's curse could be the doing of a secret group in the dam resistance movement. Shion dryly put words to my exact thoughts. Of course, I didn't expect it. She was from Hinamizawa, so I didn't think she'd come out and say it herself. If you calm down and think about it, anyone would come to the same conclusion. there wouldn't be a motive for anyone but people who benefit from opposing the dam project, right?
I guess that's true.
Admitting to the existence of a darker side of the dam conflict would be rude to Mion, who spoke of it so highly. So I couldn't just accept Shion's seemingly logical viewpoint. One more thing. The police probably don't know this. There's proof that someone from Hinamizawa committed these crimes, and the people of Hinamizawa know it.
Eh? What?
Ooh. Shion rebukes me to keep my voice down.
Sorry, but it's proof. What is it?
It's the fact that one person dies, and one more disappears. One more person disappears. Did that mean that someone besides the one who died from the curse was a sacrifice?
What do you mean by disappear? They just vanish and you never see them again?
That's right. Suddenly and without a trace. By the way,
They're doing a vacation to the Bahamas. A permanent vacation.
By the way, I have to say, I find it a bit ironic that Wallcroft ended up going for Keiichi when Wallcroft knows everything and Keiichi knows less than nothing.
Less than... Yeah, it's perfect.
As she spoke, Shion pretended to do a trick with her hands, like she were making a magician's hat disappear. One dies a mysterious death, and one disappears, never to be seen again. A strange vanishing act. But then why? How does that equate to someone from Hinamizawa being the culprit?
Well, actually, Hinamizawa has this one really old legend. It's about how people offer sacrifices to Ooishi-sama to calm his wrath.
Ooh, history lesson.
History theme, let's go.
We got Keiichi, my bad, I accidentally skipped.
Sacrifices?
Yes, they say they used to wrap a living person up in a bamboo mat and let them slowly sink down into a bottomless swamp.
Takano-san, though explaining something pretty terrible, has a look of glee on her face as she did so.
She's into it. As far as I can glean from the literature, it actually took 3 days and 3 nights for them to sink. See? Even people a long time ago liked symbolism. They love the number 3.
How many days was it after... Actually, I'm not curious now. How many days was it after the Watanagashi that things continued for the previous Kalpa?
I don't know.
Less than a week.
I'm pretty
I wonder
sure
if it was
less
3
than a
days.
week.
I wonder if it was 3 days.
If it was 3 days, that's really funny.
As the body sunk, Ooishi-sama's anger would be quelled. Both were submerged into the deep. Heh.
Takano-san was the only one laughing at this. Was she telling a joke or something?
Well, we know
No,
what
she's
her
just a
flavor of
weirdo.
We know what her flavor of freaky is now.
She's a freak, for real.
She's into quicksand.
I don't think Rena can match
She's-
her freak.
She's a generic true crime white bitch.
Based?
True.
Real.
Crime. Shion didn't move to deny it, but I felt a difference in temperature between her cool expression and Takano-san's. This whole conversation, well, I think you can imagine after hearing it, but it's the secret history of Hinamizawa. Everyone who has been in Hinamizawa for a long time knows it, but they don't talk about it. Takano-san's not from here, but she knows quite a lot. She really likes local history, folk legends, stuff like that. She learned about it all by herself, too. She can brush her teeth all by herself.
I'm really not all that amazing. Just curious, that's all. Like a child. I just want to see scary things for the fun of it.
I wonder if there might be some contempt for the reader in here. Tomatake-san laughed, a little bit embarrassed.
There isn't.
Oh, okay. No contempt for the reader at all, I'm sure.
Trust. Trust.
There's no meta aspects to this story. Wait a minute. What does that mean? The other person who disappears during the incidents, you're saying they were offered as a sacrifice?
Yeah. Oh wait, that was Shion. Yeah. Shion answers in one word before anyone else can speak. Someone dies, then someone disappears. Well, whether they actually get sacrificed or not is a different issue. But every time something happened in the past, one person died, and one other person disappeared. For example, the first one, where the dam site manager was killed. Apparently one of the people responsible for that still hasn't been arrested.
And now, didn't that just mean that he managed to get away? I don't see why we should treat him as a sacrifice.
Well, that's basically what I think, too. There was also the year after that, with the leader of the dam proponents.
You said he fell from a cliff and died while on vacation, right?
Apparently his wife fell as well. The police investigated fervently, but they were never able to find a wife's corpse. The river under a cliff was actually pretty high at the time, though. She could have just been buried under the sand at the bottom of some lake downstream or something.
The perpetrator of a dismemberment like that wouldn't want to be caught, so they'd be desperate to run away and hide, too. I thought I'd heard about cases where the corpse wouldn't surface after a person drowned in a swelled river like that. She vanished because of an unfortunate accident, but I still didn't see the connection to sacrifices. If you took each of the past incidents in turn, none of the disappearances evoked that terrifying image. That terrifying of an image. The year after that, with the priest suddenly falling ill and dying, is much clearer. His wife left a suicide note. They found it in their house the night the priest died. It said something along the lines of her quelling Ooishi-sama's wrath with her death. The curse. It seems to turn up in this one, though. Well, we may never know the truth of the matter. The swamp the wife drowned herself in was the giant, bottomless one Takano mentioned before. The police investigated it, but all they could find were several of her possessions. They never found the corpse. The police suspect it was a fake suicide, and they're still investigating it now. Someone dies every year, and in the same way, someone goes missing every year. I like how the whole entire time of Onakakushi, Keiichi was like, oh my god, they don't want to talk about it! No one wants to talk to me about what's happening! And now they're just talking about it.
I mean, to be fair, Shion isn't exactly a local either.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
everyone here is an outsider, so technically...
like, Mion didn't even have that much pushback. Like, she had pushback, don't get me wrong, but she was like, okay, fine, whatever. You can talk about your stupid curse.
She had to leave because she can't be there when they're talking about it.
She's on her period.
Yeah.
And
Always
she's on
drop.
her period.
Yeah.
And she wants to go get drunk.
Yeah. And she
Because
needs to
she's
go
on her
prepare the
period.
drug that makes you kill yourself.
Typical teenage girl things, you know.
Yeah, you know, usual stuff.
Is she trying to tell me that everyone who vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into the bottomless swamp, still alive and drowned to death? But a curse. That's unbelievable in its own right. And the next year, what was it, the dam proponent's sister-in-law? She was killed. So at that time, someone else vanished? Someone did disappear. It was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hojo. Yeah, let's get into that, yeah! He's the nephew by marriage of the woman killed. Shion cut in with a slightly strong tone of voice. She knew the boy who had disappeared pretty well. At least that's the vibe I was getting.
Well, that about sums everything up. One person always dies, and one person always suddenly disappears.
Leaving the suddenness aside, the fact was that each incident involved one person disappearing.
So that means the first person who dies is because Ooishi-sama's curse, and the second person who vanishes is because the villagers sacrificed them. Is that it?
Who's doing ASMR? Kei-chan, there is no curse. Somebody kills the first person under the guise of the curse, and someone takes away the second person to be a sacrifice.
But Shion, that means the criminal is in the village.
Not necessarily. That's what I've been guessing from the start. It's pretty shocking, though, you know? We live in the show-up period. It's kind of hard to believe people are committing murder like it's nothing, using some ancient justifications, huh? It didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got the feeling that maybe Shion didn't like Hinamizawa very much.
Nothing to do with the discussion at all.
It's almost as if she didn't like Hinamizawa very much.
As if?
It's almost as if...
Were you
as
Kishi
if,
reference?
As if... Neon enjoyed talking about Hinamizawa and its epic tales. So she had avoided talking about Ooishi-sama's curse, which didn't paint Hinamizawa in a good light, no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me a bad impression of the village, so she didn't say anything. Shion, on the other hand, was somehow different. She wasn't rejecting the concept of a curse to purge Hinamizawa of this bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed that a member of the village was the criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by the people of Hinamizawa. Once upon a time, they looked so alike, you could mistake one for the other. But talking to her now, I was getting a powerful feeling that Shion had a completely different personality than Mion.
It's almost as if they were different people.
Perhaps. No one can say for sure yet.
Then everyone else, they all think someone from Hinamizawa did it too, right?
Neither Shion nor Takano-san answered that. The deafening silence told me all that needed to be said.
Then let me ask another question. If someone from Hinamizawa is the culprit, then who is it?
Neither Shion nor Takano-san had a reply to that question either. Though it may have been rude to ask, I had hoped they wouldn't have one. The reason I was asked to argue that their explanation... The reason I asked was to argue that their explanation that the culprit from Hinamizawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shion caught on to my plan. She gave me a pained smile at my petty spite, and opened her mouth to speak.
Opened his mouth to speak, using it.
She forced open my mouth and made me say, "I hate Hinamizawa!"
Real.
All I really said just amounts to circumstantial evidence anyway. If any of us knew who it really was, we would have gotten them into police hands already. As would anybody. Then what about Takano-san? She, too, smiled dryly as Shion had and opened her own mouth. Ugh, I'm sorry.
Smoker time.
Oh. Well, I'd like to clear one thing up. I'm not a detective or anything, alright? In all honesty, I'm not really interested in who the culprit is.
Not a detective. Is this a Nox's Laws reference?
True. Takano-san, you sure are a handful. Tomitake-san gives a bitter laugh at her surprising opinion on the matter.
It was almost as if he found it funny.
You see, I just like cruel and atrocious ancient traditions and fairy tales. I only enjoy them from a curious onlooker's perspective.
So real for that.
So even for the string of incidents, it's not so much finding out who the culprit is, but enjoying thinking about how the old traditions displayed by the incidents themselves still seem to have some pretty deep roots around here.
Though she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker, her smile was as sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. Almost
No
as if she were a
taste.
white woman true crime.
Yeah, maybe he is into adult women.
Maybe it was just that I was in fearful awe of the person whose emotions I couldn't comprehend. Well, I don't think any of this is interesting at all. The Watanagashi festival is coming up tomorrow, but I don't want anyone to die or disappear.
Tomorrow, huh?
That's right. It had completely slipped my mind. The string of murder incidents people attributed to Ooishi-sama's curse, it wasn't over. If last year's incident wasn't the end, then tomorrow night at the festival, would someone die and someone disappear?
Nope, nothing ever happens.
I do wonder who will die tomorrow and who will disappear, though.
Takano-san said, running a comb through her hair with elegant movements, with a thin smile and a voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could happen tomorrow. Then, out of the blue, we heard a loud round of applause. They seemed to be ending the drinking party early. Right, I was making Mion wait this whole time, wasn't I? I should go back to her soon. You're teasing the kid too much, Takano-san. Now Keiichi-kun thinks it's all true.
You want to spread misinformation for fun?
Based. Hehehe, I apologize. It's that bad habit of mine again. Smoking cigarettes.
Yes, she does have a bad habit, it's confirmed. It's canon, said Takano-san, sticking out her tongue bashfully. The strangeness in her expression was nowhere to be found.
Eto bleh.
Misinformation.
No strangeness.
When Takano-san sees an innocent child like you, she can't help wanting to poke fun at him. It's a real bad habit.
Takano
Keiichi-kun,
pokes kids?
You listened to everything so
Yeah, with
earnestly
needles.
that she ended up getting carried away.
Oh, right. With the huge needle that's full of the drug that makes you kill yourself.
Indeed.
Right.
Unlike Takano-san, Tomatake-san seemed like a totally normal person with common sense.
I can't believe it, guys. Tomatake actually did it. Now we have proof, because Keiichi thinks he's normal.
Was the canon love interest?
Yeah. Okay. He seems totally normal. That means he's totally not normal. God damn it. They were apologizing. Oh, is that a Higurashi reference? After realizing what kind of impression they'd given me.
Well, don't we know he's already kind of abnormal since he has like a
Yes.
fake identity or something like that?
Correct. We do already know that. But it
She's
is
sorry.
just fun.
She's sorry.
Funny.
She's sorry. She's sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The stuff Takano-san just said is all fiction. If it made you harbor any bad impressions about Hinamizawa, then we apologize for that.
All fiction? Is that a Medaka Box reference?
Jeez, Jiro-san.
You apologize too, Takano-san. Tell him you're sorry for scaring him. Takano-san and Tomatake-san were arguing and messing around now. The strained air around us had already dissipated.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kei-chan, you should get going soon, too. Mion is the jealous type. If she sees me, she'll probably start a fight, so I'll just be going home.
Really? No, go see what Mia's doing and apologize for making her wait, I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I guess.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for being such a nuisance, Keiichi-kun. Could you tell Mion-chan we're sorry for borrowing you for so long? What?
We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes. I don't think telling her will make her feel any better, but sure.
Tomitake-san and Takano-san, standing next to each other, both began to chuckle. Okay then, Kei-chan. Let's try to run into each other at tomorrow's festival.
We'll see each other. I mean, it's us we're talking about, after all. We'll be making so much trouble it'll be hard for you not to find us.
Shion and I said our goodbyes to Tomitake-san and Takano-san, who were about to get murdered. Before we could leave, Takano-san
get murdered
called out to
tomorrow.
us. Yeah, they got murdered. Guys, they're getting murdered tomorrow. Let's go!
Thanks for listening so earnestly to what I had to say. You're just so good at listening. I had a great time talking to you.
Okay, you're really laying it on thick there.
Get it? Listening? No, not at all.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot.
I was just
He
in a
really
state
is.
of perpetual bewilderment from all the shopping topics being thrown at me.
Shopping topics!
Shopping
Oh
topics.
my god, I'm just gonna read
That's an
that line.
actual spoonerism. That's pretty good.
That was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just in a state of perpetual bewilderment from all the shocking topics being thrown at me one after another. Close enough.
I was in a state of perpetual bewilderment from shopping at Hot Topic.
Oh no.
Did you like my story today?
Well, it was pretty interesting.
Then I'll tell you some more sometime, okay? There's a lot of pretty interesting legends and fairy tales about Hinamizawa. Of course, a lot of strange and creepy ones, too.
When do we get the Takano route?
Why is the Kado telling Hinamizawa creepypasta? Okay.
I'll choose a bunch. I'll choose a bunch of my favorites and tell you about them, and give you a mint for my purse.
Didn't she do that at some point, or am I remembering wrong?
This one's Jeff the Killer.
You're
this
remembering
one's
wrong.
Eyeless Jack. This one's Sonic.exe.
That's Hinamizawa.exe.
Does Hinamizawa have the legend of Sonic.exe too? The one that was deleted?
Yeah.
This actually has Sonic.exe 3. That's the secret of
Ooh.
Hinamizawa.
Yeah, and then hyper-realistic blood started flowing out of Tomitake-san.
Out of his neck.
I was kind of happy, but kind of worried. I can't help but smile dryly and scratch at my head.
As if there was hyper-realistic blood in there.
What do you mean? As if there was...
As if...
Okay. Kiichi-kun, you can go now. Takano-san is just messing with you. They say goodbye again and run off. I heard Tomitake-san call out behind him in a clear voice that we would see each other at the festival tomorrow. And probably after that too, we'll get to see his corpse. When I went out to the tent, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna take a swig.
Take a drink.
Take a shit.
When I went to the tent Mion-san was waiting for me in, she was nowhere to be found.
Oh wow, new honorific.
Is it?
There was no sun.
Oh, true. I made her wait so long. Maybe she got mad and went home. Also, she's been calling her Mion for a while now. After asking some adults passing by, I heard that she went home, talking to some relatives. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But my regret for having made Mion wait wasn't enough to triumph over the impression Takano-san and Shion's uncanny story left on me. Serial murder incidents had happened 4 years in a row. Oh hey, this is where Tomitake's body was. Would tomorrow's events make this the 5th? Whoop.
With any luck.
Hopefully.
Find out next time.
Oh, that was less spicy.
Yeah.
Would tomorrow's events make this the 5th? And the possibility that someone from Hinamizawa was carrying this all out under the guise of a curse. The queer tradition, nice, of ritual sacrifice, entirely unbecoming of the Showa period that we lived in.
The most important part of the LGBT community.
I regretted it a little, though it was too late. If none of those creepy stories had anything to do with me, then I should have let Mion pull me away from that crowd.
Dude, ritual sacrifice is my favorite part of Pride parades.
I felt a little ashamed about letting my cheap curiosity get the better of me. What do you mean, if those creepy stories had nothing to do with me?
Yeah,
If.
If?
As if.
Mm-hmm. As
That's it. Yeah.
Why would he not be like, those creepy stories had nothing to do with me? Because I just
Because he was
moved
about to be
here.
forced to take a shit.
Why do you think?
Okay, I said it as like half joking earlier, but like, oh my lord! 4 tips! So I said this as like a joke earlier, but like, what if Keiichi is just actually Satoshi?
He's possessed.
No, not like possessed. Like, what if he's actually Satoshi?
What if he's like spirited away by the demon?
He just forgot.
Yes. He forgot. Alright, we got a lot of... So we got From the Scrapbook 1.
Whose scrapbook is the question?
Good question.
Mine.
Yours? Alright.
Alright, go ahead.
Take us away, Wallcroft.
Oh, okay. Oyashiro-sama's curse. In the ancient Onigafuchi village, the anger of Oyashiro-sama, his curse, was feared above all. However, it is seldom stated anywhere what eventually happens, and what sort of divine judgment, curse, befalls on them when Oyashiro-sama is angry. From various reports, all hell will break loose, demons will come flooding out, the miasma from hell will flood outward and kill every villager, letting not a single one escape.
Ooh, miasma. That's really fitting in with my swamp gas theory.
Miasma, it's a Toho reference.
Really fitting with your galaxy gas theories.
Yeah, it is
That's
fitting
a-
with my galaxy gas theory.
That's a corpse rotting reference.
The ones evoking images of the village being annihilated stand out the most.
Annihilated, almost as if there were swamp gas that could annihilate a whole village.
These terrifying ideas of divine punishment are in alignment with many other religious beliefs regarding the apocalypse, hell, and it's easy to imagine that they are just ways of convincing people to obey the teachings in order to prevent such an end. The conditions for inciting Oyashiro-sama's wrath are likely the same as the taboos in Onigafuchi village. I believe that when an act was performed violates one of these taboos, Oyashiro-sama was termed angry, and in order to quell his anger, they would perform the aforementioned sacrificial ritual.
Take a shit.
Shitting.
You're gonna be shitting.
Wait,
a
it's gonna be
lot.
like 5
We got
shits in a
3
row.
shits. Yeah, we have 3 more
Hope
shits
you're ready
to
for
go through.
Hope you're ready for chain shitting.
Alright, from the scrapbook 2. We still don't know whose scrapbook it is. Alright, who
Anyone
wants
else
this
wants
one?
Fuck it, I'll take it. The human sacrifice ritual. The sacrificial ritual was simple drowning, involving plunging sacrifices into Onigafuchi swamp, which was considered hallowed. Of the rituals of Onigafuchi village, this one was unique in that the sacrifice would sink slowly over the long course of 3 days and 3 nights. I believe that it wasn't so much the killing of the sacrifice that was important, but rather the symbolism of them sinking as the submerging of Oyashiro-sama's anger. For that purpose, they must have had a passion for learning various methods for keeping the sacrifice from sinking too quickly, to force them to sink more slowly. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell from the records, these methods were not recorded. My thoughts are that they may have used logs or some similar material to create a raft, then set up a scaffold on there, hung the sacrifice up with ropes, and let them sink, little by little, over time into the swamp. However, if that were the case, it would not be strange if the ritual implements used for such a ceremony were honored as holy and enshrined somewhere.
That probably won't come up again.
Never.
I don't think any of this will come up again, to be honest.
Take a shit into your
Definitely
skibidi toilet.
Just lay him on a futon. It's fine.
Yeah. That's fine. That seems normal. And then from the scrapbook 3, who wants the last scrap? What? Whoops. Whoopsie.
We're doomed. It's over. It's over.
It's Jover.
How do I?
We gotta restart the whole game now.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning.
How do I?
Smash through.
Start from the beginning.
There we go. Okay, it's an
Oh no!
Ooishi
I
one.
guess I'm gonna be able to
Spoilers!
do this.
Spoilers.
There's Ooishi. Ooishi's there.
Ooishi jump scare.
From the scrapbook 3. There we go. Alright, who wants the last one? I can take it if nobody wants it.
Implements used for the ritual. Ritual tools utilized for ancient religious ceremonies are commonly referred to as implements or ritual implements. And even now, some of them are enshrined on the property of the Furude Shrine and the 3 families.
3 families.
However, the identifiable tools are all decorative, and none appear to have been used in rituals governing the dark side of Onigafuchi village. As the Edo area came to a close, and many traditional rituals were lost, were they lost as well? Or perhaps buried in the darkness? I don't believe so. Both the implements used on the night of the Feast of Onikakushi and those used during the sacrificial ceremony must still exist, enshrined away from the eyes of the masses.
The Feast of Onikakushi.
Ooh, that's
interesting.
That's an interesting
Yummy.
line, and we're probably not going to hear any more about it here.
Ever.
Without a doubt, they exist here, today, at this very moment, in Hinamizawa. Also, I'm nearly certain where they've been enshrined. What was once locked steadfastly has, for some reason, changed this year to a cheap-looking padlock. He may be able to do something about such a lock.
Oh, it's got to be Mio's journal. Okay, it's got to be.
However, it is not far from the assembly hall, nor is it ever far from the presence of people. However, I will not give up. Music. The night when it becomes a blind spot to every villager in Hinamizawa is coming soon. Soon it will be Watanagashi.
Oh, that's the name of the chapter!
Whoa! Whoa!
Crazy. Roll credits.
Alright, we can roll credits now. GG.
It's over. We did it.
I'm sure that won't come up in, like, the next chapter.
Maybe the real Watanagashi was the friends we murdered along the way.
Alright, festival's right around the corner, boys.
Many people are saying this.
Rabble, rabble,
Rabble rousing.
Hey, you worn out already? Tomorrow's the real thing. We're gonna be partying until morning, until the end of it all. Got it?
Got it. I'll give it everything I got. Fighto! Whatever.
Alright then. Youth is the greatest.
Alright, who wants to be detective?
Can't be
Detective.
Detective. Good work, everyone. Tomorrow is Watanagashi at last. Let's get some shut-eye in and save. Let's get some shut-eye in and save our energy for tomorrow night. Detective.
Tomorrow was finally Watanagashi. Festivals are
Finally.
split into 2 groups, those who enjoy them, and those who support them. The former only need to prepare their minds, but the latter needs not only that, but also painstakingly crafted plans and preliminary arrangements. While the general majority attending goes about enjoying the festival without a care in the world, will be strained the whole way through. Why?
You sure as hell know why. Because the beer after everything's over is the best damn beer you'll ever have.
At times like these, it's best to have energetic, physically fit people. That's why I hired Ooishi, a fat smoker. It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't do your best until the end, enjoying it the whole way. Oh, he's here. Ooishi-san came. An old fat smoker.
First of all, he's not old. Second,
He has gray hair. His whole
have you
ass
seen
hair
those
is gray.
glutes?
There's people that are younger than me that have gray hair.
Okay, but like, okay, if you heard his official voice, you would believe me. Anyway,
I've heard his official voice plenty of times.
he's like,
he's-
"Hi, Bada-san."
He's also, like,
Smoking cigarettes.
Really close to retiring, which I think is more relevant.
Yeah.
He could just be a really stressed 20-year-old.
A really stressed 20-year-old. I see.
Yeah, and he's close to retiring because he invested in crypto.
Oh, I see.
Back in 1980, a single...
His income is
Yeah.
about to go
You
nuts. He invested in Atlas Hinamizawa.
Okay, back in 1980, a single Bitcoin was worth actually nothing.
No, listen.
He got them all for free.
He invested in Atlas Hinamizawa, and his income is about to go nuts.
Atlas,
It's
as in
about
like
to
the
go
furry
nuts.
RPG.
Now he's getting
Remember how they talked about how the land was cheaper in Hinamizawa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he knew it was about to go nuts. There was that whole thing with the dam, and like then property values went way down because it was all going to be flooded. Then he snatched it all up, and then it went nuts.
Yeah, and then
He's
it's
prob-
well, no,
He-
it's about to go.
And those murders happened, and then like the flood wasn't going to happen anymore, and
Also,
then
it's
like
like
his
insider
profits
trading.
went nuts.
These
Okay.
profits are gonna go crazy when it's literally 1984.
Okay, we should probably continue before we get too sidetracked on this. Ooishi-san came in. Everyone hurried to stand up.
Hello, everyone. Excellent work out there. You can be at ease. I know. I'm the oldest looking 17-year-old you've ever seen.
Detectives. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm very
Thank you,
arigato, sir. Not even my seniors, who usually talk big about themselves, can hold a candle to Ooishi-san.
See? He's winning every twerk off.
Okay.
True.
Like, what? Why does he have his hands there then? Is he just like fucking bouncing?
He's ready to twerk at any time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got his hands on his hips, and he's
We all bow as if we were in one of those cheering squads of old. Kurado
See, he's got his
Ooishi,
own cheer squad.
a detective just waiting to retire. One who doesn't pay much mind to rules and regulations, and doesn't do much in the way of real work.
Based.
He looks like a rotten old man with a penchant for dirty jokes.
I don't look a day
so
over
wait,
25.
so that means that he's almost as old as Mion.
He's like 5,000 years old.
He's almost as old as Mion, but doesn't make as many dirty jokes in actuality.
When the dawn of time began, Ooishi was there, and he will be there long after it is gone. He looks like a rotten old man with a penchant for dirty jokes. My seniors, though, tell me he was a real fighter in his younger days, and that he may or may not have quite a heroic legend trailing behind him. Didn't we just have a thing talking about how, like, maybe the heroic legends of Hinamizawa aren't so heroic?
Before there was life, before there was anything, there were monsters. And before there were monsters, there was me.
Anyway, thank you, Ryukishi. Ryukishi just trying to move us along. He surely had much more dignity and presence in the room than the section chief who came in with him.
Everyone, I really thank you for your hard work on the preparations for the festival tomorrow.
Everyone present stands upright and lends their ear to the chief's directions.
We're on heavy alert for any thrill-seeking criminals expecting another incident like last year. I need all of you to focus your energy as much as possible in your mission to prevent any crimes from happening. Even shoplifting.
Yes, sir!
Especially shoplifting.
Especially shoplifting. Also, keep an eye out for underage drinking. Of course, it would be best if nothing happened. However, everyone, please assume that an incident will, in fact, occur. Prevention is number one, but it probably won't be enough. This year, too, someone will die and someone will disappear. Probably a kid again. There's really no doubt about it.
Everyone, apart from the section chief, smiled painfully.
Takasugi.
Ooishi-san, that won't do. We need to be more serious about this.
The important part isn't to get past the night of the festival. It's to be able to quickly, swiftly, and aggressively pursue whatever does happen tomorrow night. I won't tolerate anything less than your best. Clench those cheeks. We're gonna rip all the skin off the ghost of Ooishi-sama's curse.
Okay, so he does twerk. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And not only does
it rips the skin.
Not only does Ooishi twerk,
Sometimes
but
it
the
rips
whole
skin.
department does it. He has like a coordinated twerk squad.
That's what I'm saying. He wins every twerk off.
Real time writing, holy shit.
Yeah, rip the skin. Yeah.
God.
Oh, you see into
Sometimes-
Dashi confirmed.
That was
Sometimes.
that was an
When I
incredibly
twerk real
fun
hard.
tip.
When I twerk real hard, sometimes it rips the skin.
Okay, well there's our 4 tips. Let's continue. Also, I'm gonna make a save real quick, just in case the game.
I've
crashes.
been
Yeah,
slightly
you-
busy in the background. What even happened in that tip?
They were just
Ooishi
talking
was
about how
twerking.
like, oh yeah,
There was like a
Ooishi
really
was-
detailed
Ooishi was
CG of
twerking.
Ooishi twerking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was like
It was
it was a
in a
full-on
speedo.
GIF. It was like
In a
hyper
Speedo,
realistic.
yeah.
It was
Someone
like
said that was you guys talking about twerking that I actually had no fucking idea what happened there.
it was like so detailed. It was like a Renaissance painting but moving.
Oh my god.
I think they might just they might just have based Ooishi off to a like real
And not
life
only
twerking.
that, but he was covered in oil. But that much was
Oh
obvious.
yeah, dude.
If you still had
I
his
think
clothes on, no.
I'm not sure what kind of oil. It might have been like vegetable oil or olive oil, but I'm not sure.
I think it was. I think
It
it
was
was
hard to
probably.
tell.
I think it was probably like cooking oil.
It might have been
'Cause he's
WD-40 that he was covered in, actually.
Anyway,
Oh, that's a
basically,
secret for winning the department.
Soggy,
twerk
basically
offs.
all that happened in that scene was that Ooishi was hyping up his team to prevent a crime at the Watanagashi. Woo! Woo!
Except
stop crimes!
except we totally won't prevent the death
yeah,
and
we
the
won't be able
disappearance.
to prevent it. Except he didn't seem very broken up about that. Didn't
Like,
seem
yeah,
very
kid's gonna
upset at
die.
all. I really meant to say things differently. I really didn't want to feel this way. Miscommunication drove in the wedge. Those stuck in apprehension driven to fear.
Oh boy, this surely is meaningless.
I'm sure. Just like the last time this happened. Nobody can stop it now, as cold hard emotion claws deeply and cruelly at my bared heart. Watanagashi.
Naga?
At that time, why did I whisper in remorse, but now those words simply rang hollow.
Wah! It's Keiichi-kun! Good morning, good morning!
Ran a jump scare.
Rena was ecstatically waving her arms at me, already brimming with energy, because she didn't see that weird poem.
What do you mean, good morning? Do you see that weird poem? It's already evening. Just say hello or something.
But didn't you
If it
see
was a
that
good
weird
morning, I'd be
poem,
fishing.
Keiichi?
But this is the first time I've seen you today, so I think good morning is right. It's right.
By the way, does Naga have some double meaning? Because that was
Ga means, or Naga means to flow.
Maybe
I see.
the kanji itself.
Maybe.
Well, the kanji only have one meaning.
Kanji can have multiple readings.
You can have, well, yeah. I got it. Okay, then good morning it is. Good morning, Rena.
I grabbed Rena's head and rubbed it with my hand. She squirmed, reveling in the motion like a cat. Hey, okay, John. Sorry about yesterday. I left without telling you.
No, it's my fault. Sorry for making you wait so long.
Are you talking about setting up for the festival yesterday? How was it, Keiichi-kun? Did you do your job properly?
A slight muscle pain throughout my body, and my sluggish movements were already obvious. I did great. I'm pretty worn out now, though. I grin dryly, and the three of us break out into laughter.
Where's Satoko and Rika-chan? Are we meeting up with them at the festival?
Yep. Rika-chan's actually been there since yesterday because she has such an important job. I think Satoko-chan stayed with her, so they're already at the shrine.
Right, I just remembered. Today was Rika-chan's big performance. She'd been practicing especially hard for this day. As her friend, I needed to make sure I went and cheered her on. He's not going to see that performance, is he?
Will he ever? Alright.
It's all that's important here is that he repeatedly fails Mion in this chapter.
Well, now
Yeah.
he's going to fail Rika as well, so that's good.
Let's go right away.
Over and over again. Just keep fumbling.
Alright.
Yeah!
Yeah! I was gonna do a 3-2-1, but... it's
No,
fine.
we're not doing that.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
We didn't do it, though.
We're doing it.
Retroactively.
As we got closer to the shrine, we started passing by more people and seeing a lot of parked cars. It began to get noisier, too. I thought I could hear something like a Bond dance song. Or like somebody being injected with a drug that makes you kill yourself. Without being able to restrain my impatience, I dashed up the entire flight of stone stairs.
And then an officer placed me in handcuffs for endangering the public.
No running on the stairs!
Keiichi-kun! You're going too fast! Wait for me!
Man, Kei-chan, you're such a little kid. Whoa! The shrine grounds. They were packed with people. It was a festival if I ever saw one.
Gundam!
Wow! They went all out this year, too! Amazing! Amazing!
Ugh. They're coming from Hinamizawa. Huh? The bedridden old man from the Kimiyoshi branch family is here too. Hey, it's that guy I mentioned in the first chapter.
Old man Kimiyoshi.
I think that old guy went home from Watanagashi last year and stayed in bed ever since. Yeah, there were a lot of villagers here that I didn't really know. They must have all been pouring in just for today.
Oh! It's Satoko-chan! Hey! It's
It's waffle
Satoko.
time.
I know, I'm editing.
It's fine.
Oh, if it isn't everyone. Yes, hello to you all.
Yo, Satoko. There's a lot of people today. Don't get lost in the crowd, okay?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Satoko, too, seems somehow energetic. Of course, I'm the same way.
Huh? Where's Rika-chan? She still has free time, doesn't she?
Rika was giving her respects to the mayor and other important people. She shall come before long.
Rika's
I
harem of
see.
old men.
No.
How about
see.
no?
I see. Rika-chan is the shrine maiden for today's festival, after all. It's probably a pain for her to say hello to all the elders.
It really is a pain. Hello, everyone.
Hello! Rika-chan! I want to take you home!
Rika-chan wore an immaculate Shrine Maiden outfit that looked fresh off the shelves. It was a perfect fit for her somehow mystical appearance. You just noticed
the
that
blue
with
hair
her
does
blue
it.
hair and purple eyes?
I actually recently immigrated here from Gensokyo.
How does it fit? It's not too long, is it? My grandma gave me some safety pins in case the sleeves are too long.
It's alright. It really is comfortable.
As she spoke, she began to do some twists and stretches.
It's great. It's great. It's so cute. How?
There was approximately one person here getting a nosebleed from watching Rika-chan move.
Keiichi-kun, don't you think she's cute? Don't you? If you don't, then she'll be all mine, and I'll take her home with me.
I think she's really cute. Totally cool. Enough that I want to pretend to be her big brother or dad and take pictures with her.
What do you mean pretend
What?
to be her? What?
Yeah, what?
Huh?
What? That step's unnecessary.
That's, those are some words.
Those are words indeed.
If you take a picture from two different places and make it stereoscopic, you can eat, or rather stare at, a real-life Rika-chan at our houses whenever we want.
How? That sounds great. That sounds fantastic.
They're matching freaks.
Their freak is evenly matched now. Rena's eyes and mine glittered with stars as our noses bled and we drooled. I think both of them can't match Takana's freak, though.
Rika, you'd best
freak
stay away
hierarchy.
from them.
Yes, or I might get locked away in a basement somewhere, where I'll have no access to the dread that can make them kill themselves.
That would truly be horrible. She
Why
has
do
some
I-
dick.
I'm calling it someone's getting locked up in a basement.
Yeah,
in
I
this
was gonna say,
chapter.
someone's getting locked up in a basement for sure now. It's over.
Oddly specific, yeah.
You look like you're enjoying it though, Rika-chan.
Me, you're being harsh.
We all laugh together again.
I'm going to put the drug that makes you shit yourself in your mochi meat. God.
Oh my god.
Titus.
Okay, let's not hang around here. Let's get to the festival.
Right back.
Yep, no problem. There's not much time left until Rika-chan's big debut.
You're right. Great. Let's go, everyone.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Yo! If it isn't the daughter of Sonozaki, eat up! The yakisoba is packed full of pork! This year we filled it up as much as we could, even put in fried calamari!
Gotcha, old timer. The yakisoba this year looks like quite an achievement. You have squid too. You put a ton of time into this. didn't you?
Squid game. Oh.
No.
Squid game!
Wow! It's tasty, it's tasty!
Yeah, squid is delicious, but the aroma is just fantastic. It wonderfully compensates for how soft it tends to be. There's a delightful amount of squid and pork in it too. Yep. Not bad at all, I say.
Haha! Kid-chan, you sound like you could walk into a cooking program and become the host.
I mean, after his curry performance?
Yeah. When I see Keiichi-kun acting like it's so good, it somehow tastes even better.
Oh, Keiichi is Hideyoshi. No, wait, he's Goda, never mind. Right.
It doesn't discriminate among delicious food. So anything that I say is tasty has got to be worth trying out, right?
He's the goat, duh.
True.
Then,
I'd say small
Keiichi,
bombs are worth trying out.
Please give us your opinion of this yakisoba again. That's now been stuffed with small bombs.
I'll do it in 2 words. Absolutely scrumptious.
that effect was because the small bomb's exploding.
If I had a second stomach, I'd buy another one right now.
Having heard my 3-star rating, a whole line of people suddenly formed in front of the yakisoba stand. Wow, that's amazing. Kei-chan said it was so good that a little crowd started to form. Not bad. It was nothing to brag about, but I still decided to stick out my chest and put on airs.
Gremlin.
Oh yeah, right. She went to go piss.
Goblinoid.
I'll piss my pants. While you wait.
That sounds perfectly logical.
Yeah, I mean, he took the drug that makes him piss himself, so, you know.
You can just pretend to be me. You just do the goblin voice, you know?
I thought you would be back soon, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
Hey, look at it. He is.
Or you should have done the goblin voice, damn.
Well, she just
Is
showed
that
up,
so? Then perhaps I shall try it out. Mister, could I perchance bother you for one takoyaki?
Perchance?
You can't just say perchance.
Satoko brought a stick of takoyaki, balls of fried octopus, from the adjacent stand, and after blowing on it, put one of them into her mouth.
How is it, Satoko-chan? If you give it a good rating, then Rena will buy it too.
Chomp chomp, chew chew, gulp. Now it's time for Hinamizawa's very own food critic, Judge Sadako Hojo, to give her impressions.
It does not look impressed.
Though she was all for it a moment ago, Sadako hesitated to give her thoughts. Hey now, what's the matter? Everyone else takes one of their own and puts it into their mouths.
They haven't even bought one yet.
Huh? Rena got gypped.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gypped.
I think that's supposed to be gypped, yeah.
Mine's bad too. There's no small bombs in it. Octopus, that is.
Oh, I see. This takoyaki vendor. Could this be some sort of summer festival only octopus-free takoyaki stand? An evil takoyaki stand that skipped on the octopus because they figured they would make them good money today.
We're gonna have to beat the vendor with hammers.
Ah, mine has some. Yeah. It's pretty good considering there's octopus in it.
How am I supposed to explain that this octopus-free takoyaki is any good?
Everyone wondered about that. Their quizzical looks seemed to be drawing equally dubious stares from the people online.
How about this? Takoyaki without any octopus in it is really healthy! And even people who don't like octopus can eat this delicious takoyaki!
Mmm, yummy. After hearing that, several surprised guests left the line. I wonder why. It had the exact opposite effect. Alright, then I'll give it a try next. Are they even, like, playing a club game, or are they just fucking around right now?
I think they're just fucking around.
What happened to the 4-demon firefight?
The name sounded bad, so I described it.
Okay. Alright then, I'll give it a try next. A self-inspired take on takoyaki, in which you can clearly taste the simple flavors of flour, green onions, and pickled ginger.
My favorite flavor, flour.
The unaffected taste is bolstered by the absence of octopus. It wasn't half bad, but after hearing the "there's no octopus in it" clause, even more people left the line.
Rika-chan, any good comments? You can be honest.
I'd rather have eaten something with the drug that makes me kill myself in it.
Oh, okay.
Was that the sound of a small bomb?
Yes.
It was.
Okay, can you read the actual line now?
400 yen is too much for this.
I was too honest.
Even more customers leave the line, dealing a lethal blow. There were other takoyaki stands around, after all. Well, I mean, we might not want to be doing this. Hey, Sadako! You started all this, so give us a great big turnaround!
I cannot do it. How do you expect me to lavish praise upon takoyaki without any octopus in it?
Ah, you idiot! Sadako's angry outburst was the finishing blow.
The customers are all gone. Huh? The guy is staring at us. Why is that? Why is that?
There's no saving this crowd. Perhaps I, Keiichi Maebara-sama, will lend a generous hand. Oh, thinking pretty highly of himself now.
Keiichi-kun, you could do it. You could hide the small bombs in the food. We want you to save the takoyaki vendor who didn't put any octopus in.
Why? Let him
Why do they
drown.
care?
Use your catchphrase, tally ho, it'll bring everyone here.
True.
Smile as you say something so bitter. Alright, fine. This may be the only chance you get to see a pro at work, so watch carefully, Tally-ho.
Only chance because he's about to explode.
Yeah, tally ho!
He said a line! He said a line!
Say the line, Kate!
It was essential for the plot development.
I shoved the stick into an octopusless takoyaki and crammed it into my mouth. As before, there wasn't any octopus in it, but Mion's had some in it. That was the important point.
The man who runs his takoyaki stand, he truly loves takoyaki in every meaning of the word. No, it could even be said that he adores it.
Everyone gasped in surprise, including the takoyaki vendor glaring at us.
This man truly does love takoyaki, and because he loves it, you don't want to create half-hearted random ones. Isn't that right?
The takoyaki vendor looked down, unsure. Those watching were listening intently, wanting to know why octopusless takoyaki deserved such a high rating. We got Gobbo.
Eiichi-san, if he really and truly loves takoyaki that much, why did he make takoyaki without octopus at all? Is he not betraying that very takoyaki?
You may be right. In one sense, it is a betrayal. However, it's the best possible compromise this man could find. This man is making real takoyaki today, as he always does. However, only one or two of them on each stick are the real ones.
This feels like a metaphor. Well, you're right. The one I ate had octopus in it. And considering it did actually have it, it didn't taste so bad at all, you know?
Right, that was bona fide takoyaki.
Bona
And after
fide.
the other one, isn't that?
It's
Huh?
bona fide.
That's not even true.
It's bona fide is one of Keiichi's other catchphrases.
It's a bona
And that's for the other one.
fide tally-ho moment.
Look, Heichi's Japanese, he doesn't know any of these foreign words.
He doesn't know any of these filthy gaijin words.
He knows
Hannah.
Skibbity.
Oh, of course.
And Riz.
And
He
Phantom.
doesn't,
And Ohio.
he doesn't know any of those words. And as for the other ones, it was the biggest compromise he could make against the biases of the general populace, who all think that there need to be 8 pieces on the stick, or else it's not real takoyaki.
Huh? Keiichi-kun, I don't understand what you mean. Why is one of them the real thing and all the other ones are fakes? Why?
The secret lies in the octopus. Mister, this octopus is true Akashi octopus, isn't it? In recent years, the number of octopuses caught in Akashi has decreased, and their prices have risen dramatically. The prices are now so high, you wouldn't think of using them in takoyaki.
Then the man, who had been looking down this whole time, mumbled.
Yeah, that's right. Akashi octopus. It's very expensive.
But this man absolutely had to have the Akashi octopus. He could have bought a much worse quality octopus for cheaper, as much as he wanted, and he still would have been able to fool everyone. There are plenty of other scamming takoyaki vendors who claim theirs are from Akashi even though they are not. But this man wouldn't accept it, he wouldn't tell lies. Akashi octopus are supreme. He would never relinquish this one stubborn conviction. This man loved takoyaki. That is why he never lied. Yet, there was one point that he absolutely had to compromise on.
What?
That one time.
What might that be?
The number. The popular opinion is that a stick of takoyaki should have 8 pieces on it. Even if it's real Akashi octopus, he couldn't charge 400 yen for just one piece, could he?
400 yen for the one piece?
If he didn't have 8
It's real.
pieces, nobody would buy them.
True.
This man wept over it. In order to make just one true piece of takoyaki. He wouldn't ever let himself lie to the other 7.
Oh, whoa! The octopus-free takoyaki vendor burst into tears. I gently clapped one of his shoulders.
No matter what anyone else says, I will never forget how genuine you are. You, sir, are a true vendor of takoyaki. You are the only one in the world with the right to call himself that.
Clap, clap. Clap, 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 clap.
The takoyaki vendor's name?
And then everyone clapped.
Stein.
I could hear the clapping of Ooishi's twerking cheeks.
Oh my god. As him
You know it's
the
real.
shoulders of this. What do I even make the thumbnail for this one?
You know what?
Twerking up. The CG.
Oh,
You have
he's
to go to
twerking,
Danbor and type in Ooishi.
Remember the image that you briefly got of Ooishi in the...
Briefly,
In the
it was like
mankini.
it was like a 30-minute cutscene. Unskippable.
Remember that 30-minute cutscene with Ooishi in the
Yeah, I
mankini?
remember.
I have
Just
79 hits for this.
As I embraced the shoulders of this man, shedding his manly tears, those watching delivered a round of applause, moved by my speech.
Everyone, I beg of you, please eat some of this true takoyaki vendor's takoyaki. If we don't claim genuine men like this, then how can we protect the true path of takoyaki? If nobody else will eat them, then I will eat them all!
What? Everyone watching is lining up. Keiichi-kun, you did it! You did it!
I think it's more they thought Kei-chan's propaganda speech was interesting, rather than that the takoyaki actually looked good. Kei-chan, you could probably sell plain old rocks if you tried.
You would do well at product demonstrations in supermarkets.
What? Hello, Wasp. We got Satoko.
I suspect
God,
you would
what
be
has
good at
happened?
selling off suspicious wonder knives.
Absolutely stunned at my successful pitch. The guy manning the stall next to this one called out to me.
Hey, you guys, do that for my sweets too.
You all get the gist of it, right? It's your turn this time, Rena.
Okay, I'll do my best. How? When apricot sweets are cold, they're very, very good. The apricot is sitting so quietly and nicely on top of the syrup. How it's so cute. I want to take it home. How?
Looks like she lost herself in this midway through. But a girl could get such natural plays with itself bringing in some customers. A line was quickly forming behind Rena.
Next up is the Okonomiyaki stand. Satoko, you're up.
Satoko's up.
Rather, wow. The crunch of the fried tempura batter mixed with yakisoba is simply to die for. With a huge piece of bacon laid on top, when you bite into it, it all comes flooding out. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah, that's freaking great. Now I want to try some too.
Then, a huge line formed at my words. What on earth is this? So basically, all these onlookers are just following us around to all the stands.
When people hear about food from others and then try it for themselves, it tastes a lot better than it normally would.
So that's it. Even Rika-chan was gorging herself on the food, getting sauce on the bib she put on to prevent her shrine maiden up from getting dirty. She has a bib on over that, I see. Nice! The older guys are getting into it too. Okay, Kei-chan, which one should I do?
Wait, Mion, you go to the stand next to that. Show them the depths of your power.
Huh? But Kei-chan, the stall next to that is...
Whoops! A goldfish scooping stand. A bit out of our element. No, as club president, I won't flee no matter who or what my opponent is. So let's get started. Are we gonna eat the goldfish?
I hope.
Why not?
Swallow the goldfish.
Fish is fish.
We got Satoko again.
We look forward to a splendid performance, Mion-san.
The onlookers were also watching me on with hopeful eyes. Welcome, welcome. Here's your net and bowl. Okay, here we go.
Did it export?
The goldfish are energetic today. They really look delicious. Small things like these, you could crunch them down whole. Mutter, mutter.
Mion-san, what in the world are you saying?
Small turtle like Satoko, you can crush him down whole.
Mi-chan, you eat them? Did you eat the one Rena caught last year too?
Oh no. No, I didn't say anything like that. Mion's face went red, and she shook it vehemently in denial.
Vehemently?
Well, I mean, you just said so yourself that they look really delicious.
Yes, you did indeed say so. Hi, Shion, how's it going? My sister is omnivorous. She eats anything that can go into her mouth.
That's... If they taste good, then maybe I'll try one next time. That's a really peculiar way to phrase things, Shion.
No, Rika-chan, don't! You'll get sick!
Wait a second. Hey, what the hell? Shion, how long have you been here? Hey, Kei-chan, Mion, everyone. Good evening.
It's time for the 6 demon showdown.
Where did you come from, Shion? I've been here ever since the yakisoba. You were all so loud that I found you right away. Jeez! You've got nothing to do with this, do you? Go somewhere else already. Jeez, Mion. Don't treat me so cruelly. Right, Kei-chan? You okay with me being here, right? She asked, grabbing my arm and pushing her chest into it. Whoa! Bounce! Oh, okay! Okay, I'm just
She
gonna
knows
name...
what she's doing.
I'm just gonna name this episode Bounce.
Bounce. God.
And you need to put the Ooishi-san picture in.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Yes, the one that exists, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Keiichi-kun, you're a pervert! Your nose is bleeding.
When you squish a jelly donut, the jelly comes out, right? It's the same. This isn't something I have any control over.
What a baseline!
Oh
It was
my
so real.
god!
So real for that.
What are you talking about?
I understand. I
This
understand
jelly
what he's
donut has
talking
been
about.
Do you
squished.
think it was onigiri in the original? Or like the 4Kids translation, you know. Anyway,
When you squish an onigiri, the bean paste comes out.
I can't wait for us to meet Tommy Take. Anyway, is that right? And will more come out if I squeeze harder? Squeeze. Shion, her cleavage, it's right up against my chest. Trip. Yeah! Shion, what the heck are you trying to do? This is Goblin.
Vulgar. I seem to have misjudged you.
What about my flat chest?
Oh my god. This is getting so cursed.
No!
This is getting
No!
so cursed so fast. Why are they the same height?
No!
That's not how that
No!
works.
It's okay,
I'm very-
she's 12,000 years old.
I'm very
Rika-chan,
tall
okay.
for my age.
Rika-chan clasped onto my other arm too. Rub. A plentiful, plump feeling on my left shoulder.
Oh my
And the
god.
sour sensation of a young, unripe fruit on my right. I think we need to kill Keiichi with the drug that makes you kill yourself.
Highly likely.
Listen, I'm putting my heart and soul to this no matter what it says. Boom,
Beautiful.
boom, bang!
I really appreciate that.
Shion, Rika-chan and I, our faces now bruised, fell to the ground, limbs sprawled. Nice job, Rena.
Rena sent them to horny jail.
Everyone is so dirty! Oh.
Rena punched me. It really hurts.
Rika, you get what you deserve.
Sheesh. Now that Shion was here, the energy around us had increased by 120%.
And Mion's charisma had dropped by 80%.
Your friends are so much fun, Mion. I never get bored of them. Alright. If you weren't here, it would be way more fun, you know. I want to stay with you all, but if I continue seducing Kei-chan, my sister looks like she's literally going to bite my head off. So I'll retreat for now. I'll be back. See you, Mion.
Terminator Shion? Terminator Shion?
Don't be back! Get the salt! Someone get the salt! After teasing her older sister so much, Shion ran away into the crowd of people and disappeared.
I feel that I have borne witness to a rare side of Mion-san.
When Mi-chan is with Shi-chan, she looks kinda cute.
Rena smiled happily, earning her a whack on the head from Mion. Don't say dumb stuff! Let's go to the next stand already. We went about just like that, really noisy and lively, to the other stands. We were paying money towards the beginning, but midway through, the guys running the shops thought we were just too funny, and we ended up being able to fool around without paying much more. Thump! The vigorous sound of a big taiko drum echoed through the air. Ooh. Goblin.
Rika, it looks like it's time.
Yep. Looks like it.
Right. It's just about time for Rika-chan to appear in the offertory dance.
I'm a little nervous.
Believe in yourself. All of your sweat will definitely amount to something, Rika-chan. You can make a sweat column. Leon slapped hard on Rika-chan's back.
Rena, you're going to get arrested for comments like that. Or Mion, fuck.
But you could make a sweat column, though! You just need to practice a little alchemy. Anyway. Goblin again, sorry.
What's a sec?
Ain't no rest for the goblin.
I have a feeling we're going to get less goblin voice soon. So.
That's right. You'll do fantastic, Rika. This is just like the one day I
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
I think we're just getting a lot of goblin right now because it's Watanagashi, you know?
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I ball my hand into a fist and raise it into the air.
We're rooting for you, Rika-chan. Go for it, yay! Remember?
Yay! Go for it! Yay!
Go for it, yay!
Go for it, yay!
It's just like you say, Kei-chan. Tally ho!
Rika-chan gave the best smile I'd ever seen, then pivoted on her heel and ran off. Okay. Oh, wait, that's Rena, sorry.
Okay. We should get going, too.
Right, let's go cheer her on.
You mustn't. You must keep silent during the performance.
I got it, jeez. I rubbed a hand through her hair. She was worried about her good friend up to the end. Then we better hurry. All the good spots will be taken. Come on. Mion ran off, and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into the tight space to watch the edifying dance.
Wow, this is a lot of people.
I turned around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. Look, where did everyone go? They probably got lost among all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd.
Not that hard with the green hair.
Or maybe it's Shion's head, so...
That's the
Because
twist.
of green hair. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. It definitely doesn't look like I could get over there. Well, we got separated. No big deal. We could just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over. I gave up on finding the others and wandered around, trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. It didn't take long for me to realize I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of the people in front of me, though. Thump! Once again, an even louder taiko drum resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika-chan had come on stage with the elders who were in priestly garb. I heard low exhalations of admiration and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. So I guess that thing I said earlier about probably missing Rika's dance, I guess that's not happening? Okay. Everyone's heads were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. Never mind, I guess we're missing the dance. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika-chan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar. Quilts this time! I see. That's right. The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the
Purify
solemn
bedding?
offertory dance began. I mean, that's basically what's happening, right?
I understand, but like purified bedding is kind of funny.
Maybe it has too much swamp gas in it. Maybe that's
point.
actually why they're doing it. Anyway.
That don't even make sense.
No, it's all the swamp gas's fault. You have to understand.
Totally.
Like the swamp
The swamp gas is the
Keiichi-
culprit.
What if Keiichi is made out of swamp gas? What if Keiichi's friends are all made out of swamp gas?
The swamp gas made him see 2 Sonozakis when there was only 1.
Yes, exactly. She had practice using a mochi pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rika-chan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down. It was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As the Shrine Maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at this festival. I was trying to, I know how to pronounce that word, but just
Had to be reminded.
There must be a ton of pressure on Rika-chan's shoulders right now. This is what happens when you get American schooling. Damn! Why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her. Kei-chan! Over here! Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar. It was Shion. I can see that. She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people. She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as her saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of.
Eon? What's up?
Shh! Just be quiet and come with me.
After she told me so, she ran on a big detour around the throng.
Ah, yes, that's Oishi's favorite thing to wear.
No, that's not
No,
the
I think
same
that's a
thing.
thong.
That's the joke. Yes, congrats.
Man, it's great to have someone who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away because I was transfixed on Ooishi's thong. It was so incredibly oily. Wait, was that a jar of Crisco next to him? No more getting separated for me. I ran after her so that I wouldn't be left behind. Like as in a reference
Is
to
there
No
something we
Child
don't know
Left
about
Behind.
Oishi?
As I wondered in
Do
anticipation.
you do you remember the supermarket tip that
Yeah.
you just saw an oiled up Oishi at the end?
Oh my god. Just throwing it back in the middle of the supermarket.
That would make anyone scream like that.
That pit pat was actually more like a clap clap, and Keiichi just remembered it wrong. Anyway, as I wondered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around to the back of the shrine grounds. I really hoped Ooishi was there.
Hey, wait, where are we going? We're getting further and further away.
Shh! Just stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon. Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. Oh no, are we already getting into the fucking twin swap scenario? No sign of people, and not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here?
I see. There's some high spot around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or somewhere we can look down at it, right?
What? Why do we have to climb onto the roof?
How else are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance?
Did you really want to see Rika-chan's dance? Kei-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low? Ooh, that's a burn.
I don't think we're understanding each other here. Weren't you going to show me somewhere I could see Rika-chan's dance from easily?
What? Who made that promise?
What's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion? Is it my fault? Am I just reading the wrong things into it? Wait!
I do kind of love the idea that, like, he's got this gal that wants him, and then it's like, I want to see my friend dance. That's what I want to see.
Then why did
he
you
has
call me
his
all the way out
priorities.
here?
I mean, to be fair, Shion did fuck with him a little bit, so...
A little bit?
A little bit. With an expression that indicated she wasn't fooling around, Shion pressed her index finger to my lips and said slowly and quietly, "It's time for us to have sex."
She's mewing.
It's Higurashi when they cry.
This is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds, and now a male and female of the same age are all alone together.
Eh? Could this be?
Shion, she's not planning something crazy again, is she? Shh! Look over there. See? Shion whispered, pointing into the dark underbrush. And
It's
there we
actually
saw
Ooishi and
two
Tomitake
figures.
having sex.
One male and one female. Oh my god, I hope it's a Ooishi and a gender-bent Ooishi.
We're gonna become swingers, Keiichi.
Two voices.
What is that? Is that?
Ooishi in a thong, oiled up. We're right at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. See? Look closely. Can you tell who they are? The whole police department is actually just like Ooishi clones. That's the big twist. I peered intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Oh, it's Tomitake-san and Takano-san.
Making out.
Ooh, this is a new background, isn't it? The two of them were
Yes.
clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure nobody knew they were there as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden, storehouse-like building. I wonder if there might be things inside that were mentioned in the tips.
No.
Bombs?
Never. No, that couldn't
Small
possibly
bombs.
be the case.
Wait, Shion. Could this be what you wanted to show to me?
Kei-chan, you can see Rika-chan's dance any year, but you won't ever get another chance like this, okay? I had thought that the Sonozaki sisters had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seemed all too similar.
I'm going back. Don't call me for something like this ever again.
You can watch Rika dance the next Kalpa.
If you move now, they'll see us. At our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around.
Smoker time.
Oh my, who might that be?
We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. Shion and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush. Well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it?
My, if it isn't Shion-chan and my Barakun. Good evening. Yes, the moon certainly is pretty.
What's this? Keiichi-kun, you sure are smart, you know that? Having a secret date in a place like this? I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. You're the ones who were meeting up secretly. Tomitake-san and Takano-san laughed to themselves, and it got on my nerves for some reason. Wait, so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then? Of course we weren't. Though I don't dislike that kind of romance.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the location of our rendezvous either of you would want to see. Sorry for not living up to your expectations.
If this wasn't a rendezvous, then what are you doing? Tomitake-san, were you messing around with the padlock on the door just now? Huh? After she said that, I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were hunched in front of a warehouse door, fiddling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock. Didn't they say the padlock was changed out with, like, a really shitty one or something along those lines?
Yeah.
in that journal?
Yeah.
I was assuming it
And the
was,
third
yeah,
one.
it's Takano writing that.
Yeah, I
that.
assume so. And I guess this is basically just outright saying, "Yep, it's them." Yes, we've been found out, huh? We were trying to break into the warehouse. But don't tell anyone, alright? I can see why you got cursed now.
Don't tell anyone? Are you thieves or something?
I demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomatake-san was grinning.
Nah, never. These are people who steal things, right? It's not like we were trying to take anything out of here.
I see. Then why are you trying to unlock the door? This is the forbidden storehouse for ritual tools. Wow, that's crazy. They say only the Furude family and a mere handful of others are allowed in. Go ahead.
Shion just knows this, huh?
I mean, she is part of like
The big tree?
seemingly a powerful. What do you mean the big three?
Yeah,
You're talking about the three
That's what
families.
they said earlier.
They
earlier.
mentioned
the
it
three
like
families.
once, and I assume the Sonozakis are probably part of that. But
That's almost certainly important.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, forbidden storehouse. I took a few steps back at that and looked on the entire storehouse. It certainly looked like one, built removed from any signs of people, almost as if it were in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened. But okay, so if it's three families, then who's the third one? Because we got
I'm pretty sure
Rika's-
they've all been mentioned.
Have they?
It's a mystery.
Rika, Sonozaki,
Furude.
or Furude, Sonozaki.
The Rika family, yes.
Would it be like one of the other friends, or would it just be like fucking Kimiyoshi or something? Anyway,
I won't spoil if you
it
haven't
was
figured it
built
out
to
yet.
be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression. Now that I looked at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses.
This place, they're called ritual implements. Basically, this is a warehouse where they store such tools using rituals. Well, more accurately, maybe it's a temple where the implements are enshrined. The ritual hoe Rika-chan is using for the offeratory dance was inside here until today. Of course, if anyone but the Furude family enters, they bring impurity into it, so absolutely no one is allowed to a single step inside. It's a sanctuary.
Shouldn't we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then? However,
It'll be fine.
Takano was wearing a childlike expression, an innocent smile at best, and a terribly cruel grin at worst.
I told you I was researching Hinamizawa's folk tales and legends album, interested in them, didn't I? A lot of the answers to questions I'm curious about are hidden away inside here. I've waited all this time until today for this chance.
A chance. Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot. Huh. I see. I didn't know you had lockpicking skills, Tomatake-san. Stop it. I don't want to be doing this, okay?
Oh my god. Sorry for taking you along with me, but this was all thanks to you, Jiro-san. I am really grateful.
They're definitely going to die, and we're probably going to die as well. Again.
Again?
Sheesh. This is the only time, understand, Tomatake? Or time? Sheesh.
Understand,
This is the
other
only time.
Tomatake-san?
Understand, Takano-san? Listen, they both have a K in their name. It's impossible to tell.
They also both have a T.
True. I don't want to be sneaking into places like this.
You really are a good person, Jiro-san.
Kerklink! Tomatake-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side. It's open.
Thank you. At
Open
long
a reference?
last, torture tools.
Takano-san gulped. With an unusually excited air about her, she gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I had claimed curses didn't exist, but in this situation, I could believe in them. If we went into
Curse of
such a
mold.
holy place with our shoes on, it feels like we could be punished somehow.
How about it? Your accomplices, too. You came all the way here, so why not come in and take the tour? It'll
Take the
be a
punch you
little
won't die.
field trip to a museum of precious cultural artifacts that conceal the secret history of Hinamizawa. And it's only open today.
We're not accomplices or anything.
Aren't you interested, though? Come on, let's take a peek. Shion said, predictably, linking her arm with mine.
But we definitely should not be doing this. This is a holy warehouse, isn't it? You said ritual implements, right? I really feel like we shouldn't go in. Now that Keiichi's saying it, they should absolutely just go in.
Yes. I'm part of the Sonozaki family, so I have a good guess as to what we'll find in there. But I want you to see it too, Kei-chan.
You want to show something to me?
Now the question is, we are a little over time for our usual time. So do we want to leave it on a cliffhanger, or do we want to actually go in?
We can stop here. This is a good cliffhanger to end on.
It is a suspenseful cliffhanger, I suppose, yeah.
It's a good place to stop.
This
I don't think-
way we can just drop the smoking voice for the next chapter. As things are probably gonna get serious.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's moldy. They just find a bunch of
Alright.
mold in there.
We did it.
That's where they've been.
Yeah,
That's where they've been
a
growing
really
magic
boring
mushrooms.
scene.
Alright.
Nothing basically happens in it.
I've made my contribution.
Well, as we always say at the end of these sessions, tally ho, gamers.